What's up, YouTube? If you can hear me in the chat, let me get a 1 or a hell yeah, either way. You got to work with me here because I am very irritated. Some of this shit is not working correctly. So, okay, Malika can hear me. Cool. Did you hear the music? Still got a delay. Okay, some of these things did not load. I am going to refresh real quick. Hopefully it doesn't kick me off, but hold on 1 second. I'm back. And okay, the rest of the stuff loaded. All right. Well, finally, Artisan has come back to stand-up comics. I'm at the shop. No fanfare, nothing really awesome happening. I was trying to do this stream on the Geek Elite Assembled channel, but I didn't ask for approval from YouTube first, so can wait a whole day for that. Oh well. I guess I lost 2 people with a glitch. The fuck do I care? That's what the day has been right now. So as you can see, I'm at the shop. I got the new computer hooked up, so it is working. There is a new computer, so nobody thinks I'm fucking bullshit on this bitch. Let's see. See if we can get a little camera 1, camera 2 action going on. This bitch. And if it doesn't work, I'll just continue to be pissed off and it won't make a difference to anybody, will it? Shout out to Malika, always faithful. Home brother from another mother. Let's see how this works. 1 sec, let me mute it. All right, I got one flattering angle and one unflattering angle. So let's see. Let's change this around. All right, that's better. So this was the old computer, right? This is the one that took a shit on me a couple weeks ago. Now this one is the new joint, and forgive how it looks because I just did that just trying to set up to do this stream because the speakers were not hooked in. But as you can see, this is the dock, shout out to BGS, that I got for the old hard drive from that old computer. Problem is, that shit is not working. I can't pull up the information. Let me turn this camera off. Problem is, I can't pull up the information off of that hard drive onto the new computer. I cannot pull up the information for the Mobi system that we scan all the books through and run the register off of. I can't do that shit. I've been here for a good 4 hours trying to do that shit. I can't get it. It's pissing me off. So, in that 4 hours time, I've dealt with at least 4 assholes that are wondering why I got the doors closed and I'm inside of here. Well, obviously because it's closed. That's what a locked door and a closed sign actually means. Closed. Not open, closed. So if I'm standing there looking back at a motherfucker with his hands up to the window, like, are you closed? Sign says closed and the door is locked. And the open sign is not on. What are you asking me that everything else is pointing to you out the answer? What are you asking me? What are you asking me to tell you? Yeah, it is weird. FYI, a guy gave up 85% of his graphic novels yesterday at work and got a mother load of Batman graphic novels that I totally filled my collection. All the good is Malika Geekdom. Yeah, the Malika Vault is stocked. The Malika Vault is good. Malika files are filled up with Batman. You good. You covered. Awesome. Good. I would ask the dude why he gave up all his comics. Probably know like I know. Shit is not that damn good right now. It's like a fucking waste. Like, look, they're changing all the characters anyway. I might as well throw away all my old shit, right? It's not what the character's going to be in another year. You just pissing on this material. What difference does it make? So, I'm thinking. I'm just thinking, and I'm frustrated. So this thing not working, I figured I would either vent or see if any of you smart sons of the bitches on YouTube can tell me what the fuck is going on with this damn thing. Because in all actuality, that version of Moby that we were running was way old, like 10 generations old. And I did not realize it was that old. But since I cannot get it, the information off of here, I have to find some kind of other way to get this shit off of here. I can't find anything on this shit. I can't find the pictures. I can't find the music. I can't find anything that would get me in, point the direction that I'm going in the right direction to find the information on this goddamn hard drive. I've now spent about $150 so far, which is still cheaper than Geek Squad, trying to sell me a brand new computer because it had, I guess it was a Windows 7 computer, and they'd rather just upgrade me to a new one than fixing whatever the fuck is wrong with it. But this is where I am right now. Totally fucking frustrated. Not totally, but I'm pretty fucking frustrated. I didn't even want to come in here today. I really didn't. It's depressing. And I don't like being fucking depressed. I really don't. It's hard as fuck to get here. In actuality, I didn't get here till probably after 1 o'clock. The shop opened at 11. And I knew when I got here, I was going to have to try to get this computer working. I was hoping that it wasn't an issue. And it is. Gotta love life. Gotta love life. He gave up his comic books because he was moving, and the majority was New 52 run. Might as well have kept that shit. They'd probably beat a New 52 in a minute. DC having to reboot, rebirth their whole shit. They might as well use Rebirth or New 52. Call it a new 10, a new 10-year plan. All right, so where the fuck is everybody else at? I guess somebody must be live. Must be something catchy going on in the YouTube landscape. Look at this fat bitch. I am what remains. Louis. There's everybody. Sim chip activated. Why you uploaded the video? You're not lying. Nobody live? I just can't pull an audience. No, that happens. It happens. I'm not gonna cry and whine about it. Oh no, Gigi live. Gigi on here talking about. Oh no, it's just his hip hop. It's just his music. Music. Torian? Torian's live. Corey S. Kenshin. I don't know who the fuck that is. Let's get some eyeballs on it. Yeah, it's probably just a dead time. Like I said, I just did this in the stopgap because I was a bit frustrated. What's good, Aaron? I didn't really have anything I want to say outside of fuck, because a lot of this other shit is not working correctly. But it is depressingly sad to be in here. Especially since I know all the in and outs of what's going on. What up, UFO? So let's see this. I can run this for a little while. Maybe I will phone a friend and see what's up. What's up, Parrish? The Kang, Beano Nation. I missed AM's video on how regular working dudes ain't supposed to have no chicks, but I did watch Mr. Z's response video to it. It's pretty good. Went on a little long, but it was pretty good. I guess that would count as what I've seen in YouTube this week, outside of the Dr. Tiasan thing. But I've been a 50K dude. I have been. I was a 50K dude back in when I was in my early 20s, mid 20s. 25, I maxed out as my pay as a journeyman, and I was doing over 50K a year because I was working so much. And that's just how we worked. It wasn't like I was actually just really, really getting it. No, I was doing my regular hours, maybe an hour or two overtime during the week. And then I come in on Saturday for half the day and then peace out, because I thought spending time with my son was more important than being at work all day. So I worked 6 days a week. I was doing over 50K back then, and that was before 2000. That was 90 something. Now, for anybody in 2020 to say some dumb shit like you don't deserve a woman or a pretty woman if you work like that, I'm like, fuck are you talking about? Damn near everybody I knew was married already. Ugly dudes and handsome dudes alike. Goofballs. These are all just working regular dudes, working construction. These ain't geniuses. These ain't captains of fucking industry. These are regular dudes who just want to go to work, make a check, and go home and be with their lady. Have some kids, take care of them. That was it. They was all doing over 50K. They didn't all have ugly chicks either. One person I'm thinking about right now is my boy Jared. That's the last apprentice I trained in carpentry, right? That was the last apprentice I had, and I called him Lightning. Why did I call him Lightning? Jared was a white boy on an all Mexican crew, right? Or excuse me, all Latino crew. And Jared's father had put up some money to start this construction company with the rest of them that had been working together forever, right? But he didn't put up as much as the rest of them who were all Latinos, right? The Latinos were the ones bringing the workforce because they just hired all the cousins and everybody else Latino they ever worked with. So they were bringing the workforce, but they didn't have all the brains. The white dude that got in, I think he ran the yard or something like that. He had technical knowledge, right? This is how you pull your skills together. And he got his son into construction. Now, Jared was a young white dude. He had to be in his 20s at this time. I'm almost, what? He's 19, early 20s. I'm getting towards my mid, late 20s, right? And he used to be a little knucklehead. He had some shit fucking with gangs because he hung around with Latinos. So he always end up, California, you always end up, skirting some gang culture in some kind of way. Up here, ain't really, in Northern California, it's not really Bloods and Crips. It's more 13s and 14s. Norteños and Sureños, right? 13s and 14s, right? So he dealt with that a little bit up here. He got into some trouble, went to juvie a couple times, came out, started to get his shit straight because the girl he had a baby. So he got straight and wanted to take care of his kid. Now, Jared was not a hella smart dude. He was intelligent, but he wasn't a hella smart dude. He wasn't. He wasn't necessarily what I would deem from what women have said, an overly attractive dude. He was just a regular guy, regular fucking guy. His chick was hot. His girlfriend was hot. She was a little younger than him, but she was hot. They had a baby. They got married. They're having a family. They're doing the damn thing. As an apprentice, Jared was an apprentice. He wasn't a journeyman. He wasn't making top salary. He was an apprentice. And at that time, I think he was probably a second period apprentice. So 2 years in, he ain't making a shitload of money. He's making pretty much a little more than average, but what, maybe 35, maybe 35K a year in the 90s? He still had a woman. Even with his background, he still had a woman. And the funniest conversation I recall having with him is him understanding why he stopped hanging with some of his homeboys and why he chose to stop hanging with some of his homeboys and how they were telling him he changed and he wasn't down for the hood and all the rest of this shit anymore. And I told him, well, that's some of the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard. You got more to live for right now than a fucking block. You got your wife, you got your child. And since you have to take care of your child, there's other shit you have to do than just getting with your homeboys into whatever dumb shit they getting into. Because they don't have a reason to live. No, you should have changed. You should always be changing. You should. You should embrace it every time it show up. Like, hell yeah, what's next? Something better? You just try to mitigate those negative changes. Dumbasses. Now, he was 21 finally coming to this realization. Do I think at 21, having a job that made at that time less than $50,000, that he should not have a chick? that there shouldn't be some woman that's willing to, or he shouldn't deserve to have a woman. No, he did deserve to have a woman because he was getting his shit straight. Why the fuck not? If there's more females than women on this fucking planet, even if you just take it down to the Bay Area, where I think it's still like 7-1 males versus females. That means every male could have at least one woman. If in the Bay Area it's still a 7-1 ratio, why the fuck shouldn't you? Why should how much you make, being if you make over 50 or under 50, be the determining factor on that shit at all? Sound like hoe talk to me. Sound like a lot of hoe talk. Because hoes, or whores, if you want to be more accurate, whores only worry about the money. Because the only thing they do is about money. They don't smile at you. They don't wave. They don't show their ass or their legs. None of that shit. Talk to you sweet. Hey, baby, you going out tonight? None of that shit if there ain't no money involved in it. That's whore talk. And that's whore culture. That's here. I've seen it when it came in. It was one of the things I told my wife about. I wasn't interested in, and I didn't want my daughter a part of. Whore culture. Everything for money. UFO said, my ex-wife for 15 years was a solid 8 in her prime and hounded me to marry her back when I was work construction and I lived with my grandmother. Yeah, she's probably fucking smart. My ex-wife for 14, 15 years, I would say she was average because I'm average, right? You don't hit too high above your weight. I got divorced, I got better looking chicks, but she was probably about average, 5 or 6, adjustable 6, an adjustable 6. Dress up a little bit. She's a Scorpio like me. She got that fucking sexuality come out, motherfucker. You'd think she was a fucking 12. Just happens. I have not showed anybody a picture of me and her together, and the woman hadn't said, "Oh, she's pretty." I haven't seen one chick say that shit. Now it could just be chicks blowing smoke up their ass, but the chick that's fucking me saying that the other chick is pretty is usually a rarity. You don't usually give a fuck about the old shit, especially not another woman that you're trying to fuck. You don't care. Oh, she's pretty. They also say the same thing when they see my daughter. Good. I'm not worried about a woman being prettier than me. She should be because I'm not judged on a pretty scale. Yeah. So, yeah. Now, working my current job, I'm constantly in contact with people's wives and shit, right? Just happens to be what it is. A lot of these guys are extra fucking regular looking. Extra regular. Like supreme regular. What up, Malika?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
All right, you're a little low. And even with these dudes being extra regular, they bag some fine fucking chicks. They do. There's a couple of them that I saw week before last. I was like, God damn, she is fine as fuck. What does her husband look like? I see a picture of them together. I said, this is the goofiest looking motherfucker ever. Jesus. Don't matter. Look, everybody deserves somebody. You keep what you can catch and kill, dude. That's just what the fuck it is. So I'm not for this idea that you think men under a certain amount of money should not have a woman. I said, that's bullshit. I see homeless people that got people. Go to any homeless encampment. I bet you find a bunch of used condoms. They fucking somebody and it ain't each other.
Can I chime in on that?
Yeah, that's what
I was watching Cheaters at work, right?
Oh, I love watching Cheaters. Cheaters is entertaining.
And there was this guy. He had a great job. He had a great home. He tracked his chick down, getting screwed by a homeless guy in your neck of the woods in the West Coast, where y'all have the tent cities at.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw this jacked up tent city, and you could tell they were like meth heads, right? And it was just funny. And the guy was like telling the people, telling the camera crew, get the hell out of my house. And the people looked at him and said, you call this a house? I don't care. Get the hell out of my house. And it was just funny. And the chick stayed. And it does not matter what you have, man. It doesn't.
I've seen a homeless dude living in a whole car.
Mm-hmm.
A whole car. He had a woman and he had a dog living in his car.
Yep.
And they was grown. This wasn't like, twist of fate. It might have been a twist of fate, but look, everybody, in my view, there is somebody for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lizzo big ass, she married to somebody, right? Okay, so that's proof that there is somebody for everybody. If you are actually putting legitimate effort into finding somebody and you can't, that might mean you kind of fucked up. Might mean you're fucked up. Doesn't mean that, well, these guys don't deserve to have anybody. No, that's not it. A decent dude does deserve to have somebody. I do believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Because a decent dude got a decent enough job for himself. He just needs somebody who's amenable and rational to deal with him. Shout out to Kevin. A working class dude should have a working class fucking woman. You should.
Very true.
Have your standards adjusted to understand either you work within his budget or you work the fuck out by yourself. It's very fucking simple. I don't see the issue with that because look, we all know this shit. We grown men. Men ain't judged on their prettiness except for a woman deciding if she want to take a shot from you in the club. That's it. Deciding what kind of hair her baby gonna have. Fucking matter, dude. I've seen pretty chicks fuck ugly niggas. Why?
Right
he
here.
had some money. Which, damn, is he wrapping it around his dick when he fuck you or what? I mean, god damn. Like, you got no standards, no integrity. That's not for you. That's for men to have. You like water, my friend. Like
Remember Eddie Murphy said about Jimmy Walker back in the day?
Jimmy Walker was an ugly motherfucker. Biggie Smalls was an ugly motherfucker. Craig Mack is an ugly motherfucker. Flavor Flav is an ugly motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying nothing nobody else knows, including these people. But they did have fine women.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I learned in life, and I try to tell this to a lot of men in these spaces where they believe that they gotta have the money, the car. And I try to tell them, listen, man, do you want people to love you for your materials or love you for you? And they're like, no, I'm telling you, dude. Because one day when you hit that lick, and us men on this panel, and I look at us all as seasoned men of life, we know sooner or later that lick is going to come. You don't know when it's going to come. And you really going to want to have that true one by you. Not that, so you don't have that. What's wrong with the card?
Yeah. See, I wouldn't be to speak to your point, BMT. I wouldn't even really want a chick if she wasn't down with me when I didn't have shit.
Exactly.
Right.
If I hit a lick right now, like T.I. says, I'm a winner. I just ain't won yet. Today I won. I would not take serious any bitch that came up to me after that.
Oh.
Not at all. Oh, I just want to be. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. No exes, no none of that. Nope. Not trusting you. Because if you wasn't down when I was just a regular dude, don't talk to me now that you heard that, my net income increased all of a sudden. Fuck you. I'm not interested. Not interested at all. No. And
Like,
I'm wrapping my dick in hot sauce, so watch yourself.
like, I've been through some really rough times with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Been through some really rough times. And I've had some times, I'm not going to lie, I have thought about divorce. Okay. And I'm talking to y'all as men.
No, because you do. I've been
Right.
there. I understand that
Right.
shit.
Right. But the thing about it, I can't look at it is now that I'm on my up and up climb, I can't overlook that she sat through when we had the shitty apartment, when we didn't have much. She was patient when I was unconscious in a coma. You when you start looking at right, you know what I'm saying? Like it takes a lot. It takes a lot of heart to wash a man that can't wipe his own ass.
Mm-hmm.
And so, do you say, "Well, now that I'm winning,
I now know one person who would do it." Thanks for telling me about your wife.
And you know what? And guess what? I do not hesitate. And she says, "Baby, I need an oil change." Yes, sir. Got you. Because I know on my good days, she'll have my back. And you got to understand, like, and this is what I try to tell a lot of dudes, like, listen, man, if you have to lead with your wallet, you're already going to lose the battle. You're going to lose the battle, man. Like, a lot, no, BMT power is what I'm like, no, man. Like, you want to win this with free will, man. You want to, like, the best leaders are their soldiers are undoubtedly following them off of free will. They see something in them. I rock with you guys off of free will, but I believe in what y'all say from the earnest of your heart. When you have good friends or a good lover like that, I'm telling you, dude, like you're going to take on all kind of challenges and mountains and shit. But the thing about it is, I think it complexes some people, and I don't think people understood like these morals of like a lot of shows, movies, books, where they're like, damn, why would she choose him? Or like the Princess and the Bride. Maybe I need to go read some stories of like some of these guys who conquered giants, man. Like this is why the woman's like, damn, something about that dude with that couldn't be a knight. I like him. But he keeps getting his ass kicked and he keeps trying. I'm gonna fuck with him. I'll fuck with that. He'll keep trying.
So that fight in him.
I'll deal with the fighter dog than nothing. Go ahead.
My thing was BMT. That was one of the things in my divorce that really pissed me off. Is my thing was about the fight. Is that I don't judge marriages on how much they fucking struggle. Right? Like I don't think a bad marriage is one that they never have to struggle for shit. I don't think that's a bad marriage at all. I think they haven't actually been tested. They haven't been tested. Because you know what kind of relationship you got when you're tested about being together. That's how you know. If the littlest thing break you up, then you know that shit anyway. You shouldn't even be upset about it. And if the only thing that drives you away, which everybody knows the statistic, number one reason people get divorced is
money and sex.
Money.
Then
definitely. If that's the only reason you're there, you never had a relationship either. You never had a marriage. You had a money arrangement. It was never about the two of you, which is what most of that should have been in the beginning, which is, man, she cool. She think I'm cool. Let's go out. She like my goofy ass jokes. I like her ugly fucking feet. It is what the fuck it is. I'm just using that as an example, not what happened for me. I'm just saying. That's what it's supposed to be based on. If you base it on sex or money, you already fucked up. Because your sexual desire might always change. It might come, it might leave you. You need to understand the fact that one day in life, you're probably going to be older. You ain't even going to want to fuck. You're going to want to eat, you're going to sleep, and you want to have somebody you can actually talk to. Fucking might be falling down on your list because you've fallen from being a teenager to being an adult. You got other priorities, right? The other thing is money will change because going through life, you will go through the economic ups and downs that happen in your phase of life. Because what I go through ain't shit next to the people who went through the Great Depression and was married. them Dust Bowl years and shit like that. No, it ain't shit like what they had to go through at all. But I did go through 2008.
We all did.
Kind of relative, right? It's kind of relative, but it is what it is. Now, the other problem that comes into those two things, if those two things fuck with you, then you don't need to be fucking married anyway, because that's not going to be it. BGS uses this example all the time. People coming over the border, sneaking in trucks, cargo containers, dipping through the river, tunnel systems, or whatever to get over here to California, because we know this very clearly. They always have people. They always have husbands or wives. And they struggling right along with them. You might say, oh, it's like 10 of them staying in one house. I say, yeah, it is 10 of them staying in one house. They all married, though. You ever notice that?
Mm-hmm.
They all married. And they have kids. And they build their life. And when they move out of that house that the 10 of them are staying in, all 10 of them own houses. And they still together. Still together.
Yeah.
So what do they have that your ass is missing? Because they broke as shit. Don't even speak the language of the country really that they in. But they still got each other. So what is it about? Is it about the money or the struggle or what? Because I hear this goofy shit about struggle love. It's like, I don't even believe in that concept. I don't like using words and phrases that I know are bullshit because it perpetuates that shit. It keeps it going. That's why certain words fall out of English lexicon altogether, because they're not used and they ain't useful, so we get rid of them. You don't think so? Buy an old fucking dictionary sometime and look at the words that we don't even use in fucking. It goes away. I do that consciously because I don't want to use this shit. I want it to fucking go away. Like a bad TV show. I'm never going to watch it. I hope it just fades into obscurity. Maybe other people will take the hint. Right? But I don't believe in that. Marriage is struggle. Some of marriage is struggle. You don't get them golden years of everything is lovely and fine in marriage until later. That's the problem. Everybody's trying to get the cart before the fucking horse. They don't want to do the work to actually get a marriage where you love your husband loves you, he takes care of everything, you Gucci. Y'all can just kick back and go on vacation, all the rest of that. No. These motherfuckers don't want to wait for that 30 years investment. They want that investment in the first 5. Well, you ain't did the work of 25 years to get a 30-year payoff. That's not what you've done. And that's why they pissed off and upset. They want the idealized marriage without having to do the work that the idealized marriage calls for, which is you have to be together and you're going to have to struggle through some shit sometimes and stay together when you think all is lost. Oh, he broke my heart. Oh, he fucked another woman again. Since I've met him. Since he fucked me and left that other bitch. Shut the hell up. It's I told you, this is why I'm not fun to talk about relationships with people anymore. I got different views.
No, I like it because you got to. I view you as well, Geek Commander. I view you as the Dirty Harry of life. You know what I'm saying?
I changed my name. I have my name up there. I'm just Dark Scorpius. That's
oh God, Dark Scorpius. Oh God.
Jedi in the streets, nigga. Look. Strengthen myself through my passions. I know what my fucking passions are. I know where my dark side lies and how to access it and how we hang out. What we get in on. But a lot of this shit with women and money just tells me your ass is broke. And if your whole fixation for a man that if he doesn't make this much money, he doesn't need a woman. No, he doesn't need your ass because you are a whore.
Right.
Basing your whole thing on how much money this man makes, then you need to just start playing with your being and get used to that shit. Because I never hear that in the opposite way when chicks hook up with other chicks. You never find hot 6-figure chick, do you? No, you always got a broke bitch on your level. So if you can be lesbians on your level, you can't be hetero on your level too? That don't even make no fucking sense.
Women.
Because you know why? it's still that expectation on the male to be doing right. See,
Right.
just like how BGS
We doing
said,
everything.
you don't want equal, you don't want equality on all levels. You just want an equal outcome. You don't want to deal with the repercussions and the hardships that men do. We have to deal with this.
Yeah,
We got
BGS,
to.
let them eat cake.
Yeah.
The coochie, whatever floats your boat, man. Take it, eat it, and shut the fuck up. Fill your face with it, so I can't hear you talking.
I mean, it's like I said, I listened to a lot of the conversations. Um, relationship work is a lost art, almost in American
Lost
Western
art, it
society.
didn't even talk, dude. It's like
No,
Latin. Like I know
well,
it was here before, but nobody actually
it
speaks.
you know what I'm saying. It's something that usually young children would observe from watching their parents.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So it would be okay, let me see how mom and dad, and then your dad will take you off and say, well, son, some things are going to get hard. And then after that, the mom say, well, mama, why are you crying? Well, let me explain to you why we shell these peas. There's different methodologies of how you start to teach the children. And then when they start hitting rough spots, like you're going to get, as you get older and you start getting into a relationship, okay, dad, I'm not getting this thing. Like I thought I did everything correct. Okay, sit down with me and just listen. And you start like it's never a one time goal. Like now we're in the digital era where guess what? You know what? Latchkey kids of the world, welcome to 101 failure school. You're here now. So
Failure
right,
101.
failure 101. You know what I'm
Modern
saying?
woman.
So if honestly, if
Wow.
this is the last of the rebel fleet, you got a Sith Lord, a Hut, a hermit in the chat room, a goddamn a drunk Jedi Knight here. Like we're gonna tell you whatever the fuck we can tell you, but most of y'all are gonna probably die on the way out. So, but sit still.
Yeah, the
It's gonna be
Uzan
a rough
Brown
ride.
showed up and they
Like
want everybody with the force powers.
those are the ones who die first. Like shit.
They've come
I
for the
mean, honestly,
force. They've
it,
come for the
I,
force.
the
And will
way
not
how they
leave until
sell
they get it.
shit. I mean, honestly, the way how, but I worry how people sell this struggle love this shit. It's almost like it's either borderline domestic abuse or some kind of sadism with the Joker and Harley Quinn type of shit. With
Well,
I
see,
gotta be,
that's the thing. Here's my thing on that because you rounded back to geekdom in a sense.
I can't
Struggle
help
love is
myself.
bullshit, right? Struggle love is bullshit to me. All right,
Yes,
to me, it's not really a such thing. I understand that some women get into this whole build a boo thing, and that they'll be with the dude who's hard on his luck or he's really having a hard time in life or whatever, and they'll get with him and try to help build him into something. Like what was that little handsome green eyed motherfucker that had that ugly fat black chick
Are you
got
talking
him
about the
into a
dude?
role, right? I'm
Yeah,
forgetting his name, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
the dude that was
They
locked up.
think by doing that they're going to gain a benefit later on if he actually makes it, which is understandable. You put effort in, you want to get effort out. But the reason why that doesn't work is that's a woman trying to use male mentality on a
Exactly.
male. It's not going to work that way. You're not going to
you
get
know,
the same results. That's why you're all upset.
But can I tell you something? Can I come in on the tail end of this?
Yeah, go
Patrice
ahead.
O'Neill said this, and AM said this. Women don't want to win; they want a winner.
right? I can
And
agree.
AM said this last week in one of his shows. He said the problem with women today is their internalogical programming tells them that they want a man to lead. They want a man to lead them. They want a man to take care of them. They want a man to do that, to be that winner. But their
You want a
external
simp in waiting.
programming,
They want a simp in waiting.
yes, that's what their external programming tells them, that I you can't do that. You got to be in control no matter whatever it is. But that external and internal programming is always messing with them. And then you can see them start to, when they have a man that can do everything, but it goes against the grain, they start to malfunction like a Finbot from Austin Powers. And then
I tell you this part of it, Malika. Here's how that shit they try to do right, but that programming is coming in conflict with them. It's
mhm.
their fucking friends.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
it
watched it
is.
with my wife. The shit that we were going through, which was normal, it was after 2008 with somebody who works in construction, which was a little tough on the family because the nigga wasn't working,
Mhm.
couldn't get a job. You know what? Her single, never been married, no, didn't learn how to fucking cook until they went to college, and they roommate taught them how to fucking cook because they were spoiled. Told that woman that she should have left her husband
Mm.
because you were enabling him. Like, the fuck you listening to her for? She ain't got a man. She broke up with a dude because his dick was too big. What? Like, he got money and everything else. Oh, his dick was too big. That's a complaint for you?
I
Why are you
had
listening to her? This is the advice she gives you. This is a woman that I know. We talk face to face. She told you to divorce your husband because your husband was out of work. The fuck she know about it? What she know about being married? Why would you listen to her ass on giving any kind of advice about marriage? That's the programming reasserting itself, like
Mhm.
an agent in the Matrix. Bitch, you off cold. No, you gotta get rid of him.
I had I had I think like the worst. I say the only time we've had our rough times. I think my test really started kicking up. I mean, any other time uh, li- recently was probably when the shutdown started happening.
Mm-hmm.
I lost one of my businesses. Partners were falling out. All of a sudden, the in-laws started showing up. They just I don't know where they came from. I just said,
Woodwork.
where the hell are some of the keys to the houses? Like I moved my mom and my sister into one of the houses. The fuck?
The
Whoa,
fuck?
Mm.
wait,
Where was
babe,
the
like,
fuck?
like, babe, calm down. They needed a place, nigga. Cost money.
Yeah, it
Cost
costs.
money.
They gonna need to pay. Shit, they need a place. They need to pay.
Right. And I was saying that I was like, y'all gotta understand. Like, listen, hold up. They chose. They chose their fate. When I offered them a job, they're like, they'll be damned if they listen to a man.
Mm.
So wait. If
Woo,
that's what your mother told me.
woo,
I said they'll be damned if they
woo.
listen to a man. Your sister said I'm too rough on my kids. Nigga, this is the kingdom of man. Them properties are by man. This light bill's by man. Your food is by man. Everything to them children were came from a man. What the fuck? So now they come back to the kingdom of man? No,
Yeah, of course.
go out there to gynocracy. Good
Yeah,
luck.
let the gynocracy take care of you.
What do you want to give them? You know what I said? I'll tell you what. I'll give them two gifts: $50 and a 9mm. I'll give them a 9mm handgun. Best of
$50
luck.
in a TLC song. What about your friends?
Now the thing about it was her mom was like, "Would you put your children's grandmother in the street?" I'm like, "To save my family, yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you had to.
To save my family." I said to
That was
have
actually her husband. This
I said, you
grandmother
gotta
got
understand this. And I let her know this. I said, I said, I said, babe, the fact that if she would undermine me in front of my children shows she has no respect for our household.
She don't need to be in
Me
Exactly.
and
That's why she went to your wife because she knows she can't come to you with that.
there.
right.
I told my wife the same shit. That's why my mother was getting at her. I said she went after the weakest link. Don't take it offensively, but understand you are the
Right. Yeah,
weakest
yeah,
link
yeah.
in the
Yeah,
situation.
that
That's what it was. They
and
wanted the yes. They knew they was getting a no, and they should have
Mhm.
gotten a no. So they went to you on the side and played on your ego to get a yes. Don't
and
do that.
and
Don't
see
do
the thing about it is, and the thing about it is,
You undermining your own relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, and this is the thing, you have to always ask. Like a good guardsman, a good sentry always walks his kingdom, knows about everything, asks all the questions. Don't just go to sleep and not say, what's going on with the car? What's going on? You got to ask these questions. And when I ask these things, and I said, listen, when we didn't have, everybody was silent. When we needed, everybody's silent. Understand this. I literally got my ass shot up and stabbed up so that way you could thrive. My household was built upon my flesh and blood. When I'm dead and gone, I said,
Your
understand
actual blood sacrifices.
like
Fuck you.
I don't like here. I said, understand this. I don't even buy. Listen, let me say this. This is how. This is the
Hey, you
trial.
have to cut it short so somebody else can talk. I can't
Yes,
let
sir.
you down.
Most men do not spend on themselves. They would rather spend on their family.
Exactly.
Most men do not spend on themselves. I can't speak for anybody. I know I don't spend much on myself. I don't.
I don't spend much on myself unless it's just me. If it's somebody else here, I take care of them first, and then I'll, take care of my own shit. And that's probably a failing in men of this generation in this Gen X group. That's how we kind of operate. Like, I don't know anybody in a Gen X group who will see a kid hungry and not feed it, even if it's not your kid.
Mm-hmm.
He was at some chick house just banging it out one time. You don't have to leave BMT. What the fuck? And kids kind of hungry in the house. You're going to feel some kind of way about, man, I can't just bang this chick out and not feed this boy. Like, what the fuck? Like, she trifling as shit. Like, man, get some food meal. Get a pizza or something.
But that's where women play on. They play on that
shit.
They play on that.
To be raggedy.
But they play on us. They play on us to see if we are the ones that going to take care of that. You're going to do that. They're going to
carry all that water for
exactly.
I learned my lesson with that shit when I was a little younger. There was this chick that I was kind of into, and she was the one who got me into writing adult stories and shit like that, because that's what she did for like a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
But she wasn't taking care of her kid at all. And I had been to her house. There's a couple kids in there and a couple of animals in that motherfucker. They look raggedy, but she had been divorced. So I'm like, okay, you got the house in the divorce, you got the kids in the divorce, and these dogs, but you ain't taking care of this house. You're not taking care of these kids really. So you using the dudes that you're talking to. Oh, you want to come over? Can you bring something for such and such? Yeah, I'll bring you something by just to help you out. I was younger when I did this shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went by, didn't spend a bunch of money. Went by Wendy's, grabbed some shit, dropped it off to her and the kid, and I left. And then I just stopped down the block and waited, right? I do this at times just to prove shit to myself about people, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is how I learned to trust my fucking instincts. I just stopped down the block and waited. And sure enough, within 5 minutes, some dude come running across the street into the house. I said, that's the dude who's fucking her.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dude who's fucking her. She don't want to give me none, but she'd asked me to come buy them some fucking food. I did it because I feel kind of nice because I met the kid and had a conversation with the motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But now I see what role she thinks I'm going to be playing. I'm going to be the dumbass paying, providing food for this kid, while this other nigga that stayed across the street that wasn't doing that, coming over and going to blow it back out tonight, eating the burgers that I bought for her and her son. No. That was the last time I ever saw that chick. Never called her again, none of that shit. Didn't respond to phone calls from her. No, that was it. No, I see how you trying to play me. Fuck you. No, that's not gonna happen. That's not how this shit is gonna run. You'll never take my kindness for weakness, and I'll give you a chance to try to burn me. I'll give you a chance to burn me. I'll make it appetizing so you can't resist doing it. But I let you do this shit just so I can see what you was made of. That's why people will prove it to you. All you got to do is sit by long enough. Go ahead, Malika.
You mentioned something, kindness for weakness, and I always gonna ask permission. Can I use that statement to transition to something within geekdom?
Go ahead.
And I meant to say this a couple of weeks ago when the first She-Hulk came out. I'm fucking pissed because it showed how the way females are fucking ungrateful. Your cousin saved your life, and he was teaching you how to adapt and how to use your powers and abilities. And that bitch never said thank you. And I was just pissed off when I'm just saying, and you're talking shit to a guy. And you know what also pissed me off? She said, you were the guy that hid away and did all this other stuff. He's hiding away so he won't go Hulk and destroy another city. So he won't turn savage and brute. You forget that?
Yes, that was irrelevant. That was all an irrelevant point for her.
And just got me. I said, he's helping you. Never said thank you. I'm just going to take the car and go back to LA because you're hiding out. But you never said thank you.
I do you one better. I do you one better, Malika, on that one. I was listening to somebody today and they pointed out something that I was agreeing with. And then I thought about it a little further and was like, you know, when she finally ran out the woods and shit like that, and ran to the bar and the little hoe bitches in the bathroom gave her some clothes to wear and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
She never wondered if her cousin was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Never wondered about him.
She just called him.
Now she left him there bleeding outside of a car accident, right? He told her to run.
Yeah,
she don't know if he was all right or not. Don't know what the fuck happened. She just left.
But then she calls him to come pick her up.
Which is dumb writing because they think, wait, the nigga was just in a car crash. How you know he even got a cell phone? You saw, you know he's the Hulk. You saw he was kind of changing. Maybe Hulk don't answer phone calls, bitch. How about that? God damn, stupid shit.
But you're going to call him because you need him.
Now you need a ride.
You know what I mean, man?
Feminine Wiles would have been, you know, the brother who, hey, how you doing? Like, all right, I was in a car accident. I'm trying to find my cousin. You got a car? Can you give me a lift to such and such? Sure, I'll help you.
What Bruce
All
Banner,
you have to do is listen to some of his conversation and lightweight flirting.
What Bruce did for her is the true example. No good deed goes unpunished. Now, when he's in the spaceship and he's flying out, and she calls him. First of all, my thing is, damn, you in a spaceship, and the cell phone can reach all the way out there. I was like, damn, that's some
reception.
Like, damn,
I need that plan. God damn,
you got the intergalactic phone?
That must be an Avengers phone. That must be
no, they ain't no Stark Tech, man. That's some Shatari Tech or something, man. Yeah. Whatever.
That motherfucker got signal for days. Shit. You didn't lose signal till they jumped to hyperspace.
But then she's calling him to talk about Bronsky, and and you see, he says, no, everything's all right. And she says, you're just calling me because you're going to do it anyway. You're just trying to make yourself feel better. Mm-hmm. Yes, I am. I'm doing it. And I'm like, you are the most ungrateful bitch, but you are the perfect archetype of what women are today.
Well, here's the funny part about that. I kind of chuckled at that because that would be something my daughter would do, right? If she got in a rush of thoughts about something, it would come out and kind of ramble like that. The only reason I would equate it to is because she's gone to school with white chicks, right? So she'll get kind of a ramble, but then she'll catch herself because she realizes who she's talking to. She's talking to dad. So she's going to slow it down and talk like she got some fucking sense, right? It's not going to be just emotional verbal vomit. It's going to be some substantive ideas of what's going on and some kind of fucking exchange or dialogue, because that's what I prefer. I prefer a fucking dialogue, not a diatribe. I'm not here to listen to that shit like that. I don't have the patience for it. And that's what she basically did in that scene. She just verbal vomited on his ass to get to the point of saying, I'm taking this case. She could have just said that shit in the beginning and saved us all some time. Look, they offered me this case with Blonsky. I decided to take it because it's a good job. It's a good opportunity. How do you feel about it? Because his feelings came at the end of it. It didn't come at the beginning. She didn't give a fuck. She had already decided she was taking it before she called him. So his feelings didn't matter.
And that's what cracks me up. I was like, well, why are you telling me this? I would have said you're going to do it just how the way your demeanor is. You do what you want to do when you want to do it and how you do it.
Damn, this looks like the note jellyfish. Yeah, this is part of that thing with me is that I learned this with my son's mother, right? You can trust them to be themselves and do shit within their best interest.
Mhm.
Nothing more. If it's in their best interest to be nice with you, they'll be nice with you. If it's not in her
Mhm.
best interest to be nice with you, meaning she trying to hook somebody else, she's gonna be a bitch to you as much as she can
Mhm.
because she's trying to prove something to the other guy so she can get his ass hooked. She can land this fish, right?
Mhm.
Like, she can tell you whatever she need to. She's gonna do whatever in her best interest. So understanding that, I wouldn't say that's the key to understanding women necessarily, but understanding that has kept me from having a lot more irritating situations with them because I understand at least who they are, not how all women are. I understand how these women are
Mhm.
and what motivates them to do the shit that they do. Their own self-interest. That's it. That's all. Love don't matter. Money don't fucking matter. Just their own
Mhm.
self-interest. Their own self-interest and their security is the decision maker on that shit. You being there is inconsequential. You
Mhm.
just in service to getting the shit that she wants fulfilled. You know, it's like a person with no arms. They got to use other people to work through to get the shit that they
Mhm.
want, or they'll never get fed. Right? You know, at least they want to start picking up shit with their feet. They're gonna have to be nice to a couple of people so they can put food in their mouth. Everybody else can kiss their feet.
And that's the thing, and that is the exact that is the exact image of how the way Bruce Banner is being used in the She-Hulk show. He's the useful idiot.
Well, he's the prop for her.
Yeah.
He's the foil to get her what she needs. He's the foil to give her superhuman strength to turn her into a Hulk.
What's that phrase that Dr. T says? Um the emotional, what's the name?
Emotional labor.
He is the perfect example of
Yeah,
that.
he's her emotion. He is her emotional tampon. So
Yeah.
when she feels like dumping on him, she can. When she's upset about I'm a Hulk, she can blame him for that shit. Right? She can totally disregard his whole life and history and what he's been through. Like somebody else pointed out, having a whole government trying to kill his ass for years just to understand that she got a little bit more struggle. She can diminish all of that shit just to say mine is more
But then
because
also
I said so.
he
And
was
I'm
also the
sorry.
motherfucker that snapped his finger to put everything back in order.
Namely, I would guess her ass wouldn't be here if he wouldn't have.
Or any other family members, anybody else.
You'd be studying law in a lot smaller office, motherfucker. Shit. What up, BGS, the master teacher?
Hey, what up, artisan? I
What's
told
going
you,
on, big
man.
brother?
What's happening, Malika? I told you this is nothing but a feminist uh
Wet
sitcom.
dream.
Sitcom. That's all it is. That's all it is, man.
Yeah, you told me that. I'm still looking for the women who like this shit. All I keep hearing is women railing against this shit. Like this is bullshit.
Well, the women are railing against is normally fans of fans of the work. Okay,
Mhm.
but it's not. But this show is not designed for fans of the work. You have to like
Yeah.
somebody, like shows like Ally McBeal.
Yeah.
You know,
I like
because
Ally McBeal. I watched that shit.
I
That's
know,
why I
but
know who Melissa Flockhart fucking is.
yeah, but the thing is, it's not as well written as Ally McBeal. Ally McBeal is
No.
supposed to be silly, okay? It's
Mhm.
supposed to be silly. It's supposed to be out of bounds, like the heads and the characters coming out, stuff like that.
Yeah, and
It's
it was
supposed to be
actually
funny.
funny.
Yeah, it was
It
funny.
was actually
Okay,
funny.
yeah.
There
This
were
is
jokes.
this. Yeah, this is the inside modern, modern intersectional feminist uh, uh, show. I catch the little jokes that's supposed to be funny towards women of her ilk, right? Like it's
Yeah.
that one time when she was walking into what BLK was it DLK or BLK? What is it? DLK, the law office,
Yeah.
GLK.
GLK, right?
GLK
And
image.
and the glass door opens out instead of in, right? So she started opened in, and she walked into it. I said, okay,
Walked into the door. Yeah.
and walked into the door, and you had women who will say, oh yeah, I remember, I do that all the time. Okay,
Yeah, that's a physical comedy like little platform.
yeah,
Oh,
but it's something that happens to women all the time, right? And something that, because she says, okay,
facial awareness.
the show is built on silly things that women in her ilk can recognize.
So I
You
know it
know,
all.
she
I'm really
is. I think.
smart.
Yeah,
Hold on a
go
second,
ahead.
like
Yeah,
I'll say. So they know it all, and they're super smart, but they
right.
can't figure out fucking if doors swing in or out.
In or out. Yeah, yeah.
That's make that make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Okay.
Yeah, make that make sense.
You know who I figure she is, BGS?
What?
And this is exactly great for you. She is the white superpowered Issa Rae.
Almost right. It's close, except she would be white instead of black. So the little jokes, inside jokes, are more geared toward the intersection of white girls, feminist white girls, instead of the
Yeah.
black girls. Yeah.
And I gave a title, I called it She Dull Attorney at Low.
Attorney at Lord. Oh,
Like
That
it's
was
like the whole show is full of plot devices so they can deliver whatever little inside joke they want to deliver.
hmm
you would think, but
So it's
yeah,
it, it's
yeah,
it's not
Mr. Donnie
connected to
Mac,
anything.
the awkward white girl. Yeah, awkward
Yeah,
white
awkward
girl.
white girl. Yeah, it
Yeah,
really
yeah.
literally is the awkward white girl, the awkward white attorney. It just so
professional
happens to have
wallflower.
superpowers.
Look, I'm getting tired of these pseudo feminist writers putting this shit out there, and all they can keep giving you is what somebody else already did better.
hmm
Yeah.
They're not being original at all. Look, I'm getting sick of it just looking at it and researching the shit. It's like, dude, all you doing is somebody else's shit and badly.
You know,
Just make
you know
your
what
own, please.
you
Please.
know what you know what Issa Rae had the smartness to do is make half of her team male, half her comedy writing team male.
You have
Okay.
to.
Yeah, because then that's
Look,
the mistake that they're making.
look, I told you, BGS, I was talking about this at my little local breakfast spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Been going to this place for years. I ain't grown up going to this place.
Mm-hmm.
I just got food from there today. The service is shit in there.
Yeah.
Why is the service shit now? Because it's all of one nationality in that bitch now, and they don't like the customer base.
Okay.
So it's like, fuck these people.
Okay.
Man, what the fuck did I do to you? I remember when you got hired in this motherfucker. I'm like, God damn. Now you a manager. Now you just don't give a fuck. You hate everybody that come through the door if they wearing my color. Look, I didn't do it to you. Okay?
Find another job.
Yeah, fucking hell, quit. Please.
Quit. Yeah.
Because I don't want to stand up there for 15 minutes while the two of you, I'm not going to give him his food. Here, so-and-so, can you give him his food? Bitch, you took my money?
Yeah.
Give me my goddamn food. You hold me up. Oh, my God. But the three Latin ladies that was mad that the table was dirty got extra special service, and I got to wait for the food I just paid for. It's sitting right on the other side of the counter. So I guess I'm supposed to just reach over this bitch and get my own food, right? While you clean the table for them because they more important than you at the moment. Get the fuck out of here, dude. That's the death of that place, is because it stopped being men, women, all different minorities working in there, and it went
Right.
to all one thing. That's why I don't like that shit. I don't like monopolies really in any form, because the consumer is usually the one who gets fucked.
Normally, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't like all of one thing in one place. It's like, I ain't gonna be on some bullshit. And I'll see. I give everything a fair chance. Y'all know me. I give everything a fair chance. But you do some foul shit, don't be mad at me while like, I fucking knew it. They did it. I didn't bring it on myself. They fucking did it. They had the option. That's what they chose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's what it was. I got shitty service and food falling all out, paper and stuff like that. No napkins, no nothing. I was like, oh, so just fuck me for my 20, right?
No, take it back. I want my money back.
Nah, I wasn't so goddamn hungry I threw that shit at the place.
Man, that had
Dude, right on the window, like, fix this.
I would have had to skip a meal. No, you fixed it. No, give me my money back. Okay.
That's sure.
I'll stop off at McDonald's or something. No, give me my
Oh,
money back.
shit. Mind you, I've been going to this place for more than 20 years.
Yeah.
More than 20 years.
And they know you.
At least most of them, this crop doesn't really, but most of them know me. They know what I'm gonna order. The ones that have cycled through there and left and I guess going on to different jobs, they know me when they hear my voice on the phone.
Yep.
Okay.
If they don't know my voice on the phone, as soon as
They
I
know
say
your
what
order.
my name is, they know who it is. Like, oh yeah, okay, I see you 15 minutes. All right, I'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
That engendered loyalty from me. You were
Yeah.
not paying me back that loyalty with this new crop. The person that was giving me shit was the assistant manager. What does that tell you? That out of the 3 people standing in there, 2 of them is managers and 2 of them got problems dealing with black folks coming to the register.
Okay.
Okay. So spider senses is up.
Mm-hmm.
got the tingles.
Yeah,
Tingle.
the assistant manager, come here, man.
Yeah.
Come here, man.
Exactly.
No. You, I'm supposed to be black and walk out in a huff. No, come here, man.
Yeah. All women.
Come here,
All
man.
women.
I want to talk to you.
I don't have nothing against women. All women, all Latino women. I don't have nothing against those 2 things, women and Latinas. I don't have a problem with that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm judging it based on what's happening there now.
Did the assistant manager know you? Had they worked there before? Do you know you?
No,
Okay.
she don't know me. She don't know me.
Okay.
The other one, who was a manager, she doesn't really know me either. She's probably the one who took my order over the phone and wanted my name before she told me the price. Like she didn't understand how to work the shit. She wanted me to ask what I wanted. I told her what I wanted. Then, okay, slow down. Hold on a second.
Okay.
You ain't ready. Don't be rushing me if you ain't ready.
Yeah. They want to be in business long then.
Exactly.
They will because this is like that fucking KK shit. They got into an established business that's successful. They're just doing that business badly in that location. But that location has been there for so long, it will always get business. It will always get business unless they stop fucking selling hamburgers. Okay?
Yeah.
You'd have to have a worldwide death of meat for them to go out of fucking business, and then they'll just be selling pies. That's just what it'll be, right? But up until that point, they will be successful because they're insulated because they're in a successful business. So they can act shitty as they want to. My guess is these 2 bitches got brought from a different branch.
Okay.
They got brought from a different restaurant to come to this one.
It means somebody quit.
That's what I think happened. Somebody quit or somebody got promoted.
Yeah.
Because this might as well be the corporate head because it ain't far from the fucking corporate office. Look, I work for a big box store. When I went to ATL to corporate, that store across the street, you knew was on point. You knew they ass was on point. No fucking way you're going to be that close to corporate and not have your shit straight. Because the people at corporate, when they on lunch, they come right over to that goddamn store to see how y'all doing your shit. That got to be the most nerve-wracking experience ever. VPs at every department just coming through there, strolling through this. Like, hey, what's going on? How you guys doing? Why is this like this? No, you need to be on point. These motherfuckers can give a fuck.
You can tell. You can tell.
Yeah,
you can
tell.
You can tell.
They don't like the customers, and maybe they like some of them, but they don't like the dark ones. And that's your problem. You need to go. That's supposed to be the manager's call to get people out of there who won't treat every customer the same. No, you got to go because you fucking up the view of this place. Place ain't been in business 60 goddamn years or more to get fucked off on your account because you got a problem. You got to grow the hell up.
Sometimes it's tombstone progress. They don't know that it's going bad until people stop coming.
You're right. Tombstone progress.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, but I didn't want to derail it, but you made me go off on that. That's
I made you go off
on that one. Push the button. Flick my trigger, boy. Like, oh,
okay.
Go time.
It must have been a hidden trigger because I didn't know I flicked it. So, okay.
Yeah, hidden trigger on that shit. That shit was bothering the fuck out of me. I hate bad customer service, especially if I get all the way away from the place and then to see what you did in my fucking bag. It's like,
no, I
know if I walk all the way back over there, you're gonna have to call the police. I walk all the way back over there, you're gonna have to call the police because it's gonna be a damn problem. I'm gonna be in there upset, and you're gonna be rightfully scared, like, oh,
No, no,
we
I
need
just
to be
want
clean now.
I just want my money back. That's all. Okay.
Motherfucker, I want you to eat this goddamn shitty ass.
Nah, I want my money back. That's all.
Mhm.
I ain't giving you your money back. This Bay Area, California, they ain't giving you a goddamn
Yeah,
dime. And they give you for free as shit. That's the only thing you get for free. You're gonna pay for everything else. All the rest of the shit we give you, you're gonna pay for. Even the disrespect. You're gonna pay for that shit too.
tough crowd. Ooh, it's a tough crowd. Tough crowd.
Has anyone in the space done a review of Milestone Comics documentary on HBO Max? Not that I know of, Donnie Mac. My mother just told me about this earlier this week. She asked me if I knew about it, and I had not. But I haven't watched it yet either because I haven't been at home to watch it. So I've been at work, and I'm not going to sit on my phone and watch HBO documentary. I want to relax. When I'm at work, I'm at work. It's just how my brain kind of has to work. So
I'm with that too. I got to sit down and watch it too. But I don't have HBO Max.
I want to give it the proper amount of time and attention. Right?
Okay.
I can't do that if I'm sitting at work. It's not going to get the proper attention. I'm going to be half listening to it and doing something else. That's not how things that are actually important to me. That's not how I watch.
That's why I listen to you guys, see if it's worth watching.
I don't be trying to ruin it for people. I just try to give you a fair account of what I saw. I could be wrong. You could disagree. That's all. It's all well and good. But this is just what my feeling on what I saw.
90% of the time, you guys are right. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, sometimes you guys are probably overly fair to some of these things too.
Yeah.
I look at it.
I think that's why I'm feeling so taken aback by some of this. Like, dude, I can get criticized for being too fair to some of this shit.
Man, I knew it was downhill when I saw the spaceship show up in the middle of the road and cause an accident. I said, "Oh, God, it's gonna be one of these." Because feminists is just like in Insecure, right? Issa Rae, right? They don't care about whether it makes sense or not. Okay, really, women all they care about is emotion, right? Does it trigger an emotion? They don't care about logic or plot or anything like that.
Exactly.
It really doesn't have to make sense.
Right?
Yeah.
Anger is an emotion.
Yeah,
discontent is an emotion.
but I did start to do a review of it because what she did to Bruce and her father, right? The emotional dumping that she did on both of them, right? They couldn't get a word in edgewise. Okay.
Yep. That's how she is.
That's how most
this
women are.
Version of her.
Yeah, that's how most women are, right? In other words, they expect Bruce and the father expect her to sit there and do emotional labor for her because of her frustration.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Come on, man. They
and that's like
laboring your shit to death.
Yeah, because that's not gonna be called her into what is the workroom?
Yeah.
You know, where I need help. He said, I know I didn't bring you in to help. I would expect you to go ahead and tell me what's on your mind.
Yeah, tell me what the fuck is up with you.
What's wrong with you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you got something going on, but that ain't it. What's happening?
Yeah. What's happening? Yeah. And he said, now do you feel better?
And that's why I said that when she did that to Bruce, it reminded me of my daughter, because that is a father dealing with a daughter situation.
Right.
Like, they're gonna have a rush of emotions that they can't get out except for verbal violence.
Yeah.
Sometimes you let some of that just wash over your face like a Gallagher show. Like, okay, you done? Like, it's The Exorcist. You get it out.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna wipe the pea soup out of your eyes. Like, now, what's the real issue?
because after she finished, right, of that 3-4 minute just he
take
said,
her breath.
Do you feel better? He said,
now
yeah,
you
I feel
come
like
with the logic.
Exactly.
Now I feel like the weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Okay.
No shit. Yeah.
But you know what the funny thing is, old gentleman?
Yeah, I bet
he just needed to get that shit out because she was snippy at the table, right? The whole time, just snippy. Come here, bitch. Meet me in the workroom.
But you know what the funny thing is, and here's what we do as men. But Arson said, especially for a person like Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner is an intellect.
Yeah.
He's looking to solve the problem. He's
Yeah.
been with a group of people that are like, okay,
Yeah.
we have a problem
Yeah.
that's been on international and galactic level. We need to solve it. Bruce is trying to help. He said, okay, this is what you need to do because even though your genetics can handle this, but there's always something that can throw something off. She's not hearing that.
Of course
She
not.
just the thing is, and I said this to one of my coworkers. I said, you women do not want men to solve problems for you because men by nature we solve problems. You just
That's the
want us
whole
to pick
thing.
up the pieces.
There
You
there
just
are
want
ti-
us to you just
there are
want us to
time
stand there.
there are times that they want you to solve the problem, like,
What
but
times they don't.
80% of the time they want you to feel what they feel. Okay, that's the whole reason they're using all those words, right? Why does a
Yep.
man use 6,000 word and a woman use 30,000, right? Because just like a picture, right? Okay, a picture takes 1,000 words, so she needs all those words because she's painting an emotional picture for you. Okay,
Mhm.
if you just want to relay information and solve a problem, it don't take that many words.
No. I got I got the perfect clip for you guys.
Mm.
No, I don't want you to get me a cup of water. I want you to understand what it means. Like, yes, dear, I know what it means to thirst too. Y'all remember
Yes.
that line for that movie? White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah.
Rosie
Yeah.
Perez.
Yeah.
He's like, no, when I say a cup of water, I want a cup of water.
And what did Woody Harrelson do to her?
Eyes with me with a cup
Yeah.
of water.
Yeah.
Fuck was that?
But the logic that the thing is, you got to remember what kind of show this is on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is not a superhero show. She told you that from the beginning. This is a feminist lawyer show that just happened to be built around her being a
Light on the
She-Hulk.
lawyering.
Yeah. Well,
Exactly.
Light on
what I'm
the
saying
lawyering.
is, really, it's a feminist, a white collar feminist trope. That's really all it is, right?
Yeah.
With a sprinkling, using the She-Hulk as a device. Okay,
Yeah.
but
That's wallpaper.
well, yeah, as a prop. The whole show is just a prop to get
It
to
is.
get female frustrations out, right? Like when you talk about how the Hulk is logical, he's an intellect and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, in every other part of the MCU, right? But in this show, you know, he's not. He's there to listen to
Incompetent.
her frustration. Yeah,
Yeah.
because right now, Malika, you're thinking like a man.
It'd be like a man.
You're thinking like a man. So I got all
I'll
I
tell you,
got all
I'll
the
tell you,
jokes. They
wife
just
like
weren't
Malika,
funny.
there's nothing wrong with saying I'm a man. I'm supposed to think like a man.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there's nothing wrong
No,
with it.
I
Yeah.
understand.
These are some skills you don't necessarily have to develop.
No,
I'm not saying that. I'm watching the shit as a man too. I
Yeah.
understand
exactly.
how some of it can be funny to some women, but just because it's funny to some women don't make the show fucking good.
It doesn't.
No,
It's not. It's
this
not
is
good.
not even on the same level as a fucking Insecure. I watched Insecure and enjoyed the hell out of that show. This
In,
I'm really not enjoying right now at all.
Insecure, the first few shows weren't as good. But the thing is, they got more input from the men,
Yes.
and they did the right thing because Lawrence was on supposed to be there like for like the first couple of episodes, and he's supposed to
No shit.
disappear, right? But they said, wait a minute, we kind of need him, okay?
Yeah.
Because
Need Lawrence.
he's the everyman in this show, right? He's the
Mhm.
one. He's the one that people. You're actually looking at everybody's relationship through Lawrence's eyes, okay?
Exactly.
Because he's the normal guy and all this craziness, So he's the everyman. That's how come you have to keep him. They couldn't
Yeah,
let him
without
go,
that, you don't have a relation. You don't have a male vehicle for the show.
right?
If the lead of the show is going to be the female, you need that other side of it if you want to bring in that other side of the audience.
Yeah.
If you don't, then fuck it, you just won't.
Even the women won't. Even the women won't
Power
come.
Rangers numbers.
Yeah. Even the women won't come.
Women
Because
ain't
you know
there
why?
ain't no men there.
And
Because
and I think that's what's missing in this show because normally women's shows are built around some kind of sexual attention, and there is none in this show.
Not yet.
No, no,
not yet.
We
oh
should get to
God.
rape somebody from Tinder, or excuse me, get to grape somebody from Tinder.
But you know why? Another reason why they had to keep Lawrence around is to
hmm
keep making Issa interesting, or at least
True.
I'm doing so much
attractive.
better than Lawrence
Because
than when I was
you
with
hit
him.
you hit the nail on the head. Ron Wills kind of gleaned on it.
hmm
This Smoking Angel never spoke on this. But the
hmm
thing is, Issa is regular.
Yes.
Regular as fuck.
Thank you, because they
Mhm.
use that term a lot in the 4 or 5 seasons of that show. As fuck,
Mhm.
she's
Mhm.
regular as fuck. The
Mhm.
thing is to let women realize, to give that idea, like, cause wow, Lawrence, like you said, Lawrence is considered a California 9, but he's a guy that he's good looking, he's tall, he's
Mhm.
educated.
Mhm.
Like how you said it, you saw how the way it is. When Lawrence was alone, it wasn't hard for him not to get a woman.
No.
Just him
Yes, Mr.
going,
Donnie Mac.
just him going to the bank, just him
Yes.
going to the market, just him going to the gym,
Mhm.
he can get a woman. It's not that hard for him. It's not even that hard for him to get. He can get any woman on the octane scale.
Right.
It's proven. The problem was Issa always reverted to on her level or under. She
Under.
could
Yeah.
never get anybody above. The only person
Yeah.
that she could get above was Lawrence.
Yeah.
And she's lucky to have Lawrence because Lawrence came back to her. Because in
Mhm.
real life,
It
Lawrence would have left her. He was
would have
like,
left and never came back. Yeah.
exactly.
He was gone.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, when Miss Mocha Angel, when she did a recap, she said something that was never done. And I said this at work, I would listen to you and Ron Wills do your
Mhm.
synopsis of it. And people at work be looking at me like I was crazy because I'd be listening to my phone with my earbuds in, talking to myself. And they think I'm going crazy. I said, no, I'm listening to something. But I'm saying this, and Miss Mocha Angel hit the nail on the head. She said there was never, ever, ever, ever showing why these two were attracted to each other. It was just there. And
Yeah.
that was proof. And I said, that's because what BGS said, women wrote it.
Yep.
Women just write just to put things out there. Just like with those Harlequin romances, it just happens.
It happens. Yeah.
The thing is with men,
Chance
it's
encounter.
logical. The thing is, what is it with this guy who is out of her league
Mhm.
getting with this woman?
Yeah.
The thing is, everybody hits a low. Everybody hits the moments. Everybody hits the bump in the road. She stuck with him because she knew that he was good and there was going to be an eventual pull. All her friends were like,
Build a boo.
except for Molly, she knew that he had his potential, but every other friend was talking shit.
Mhm.
But until he left, that's when she felt bad.
Because because he got better.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. Because he
Exactly. He
got
got
away from
better.
her.
He got better without her being
Got her.
lost alive.
Yeah. Because because he didn't have her dragging him down.
Exactly.
They never want to take that. They never want to believe that they would be the one holding you back from doing shit. They don't want to believe that shit.
Mhm.
You hear a woman telling you that shit, she's just telling you that shit to placate your feelings. She don't really believe it.
Mhm.
She
And the
don't.
thing is,
They
if they
always
real
believe that them leaving you is a step up for them
Just
to
like
get away from you, from dragging them down.
like
But
with the relationship he had with Condola, right? I knew they were going to destroy it because the relationship was actually too good.
yeah,
She's a better
yeah,
woman.
see,
She was a better woman.
I told somebody. Me and my mother had this conversation about exes, right?
Yeah.
That I told her about the friend situation. It's like I think I was telling my mother because she's listening to me and my brother tell our dating stories, right?
Okay.
mhm,
And she was like, "Damn, I don't understand." I was like, "Mama, these people don't really know what a normal relationship is. They really can't function in a normal relationship. If you have a
mhm,
normal relationship where there ain't no arguing, ain't no drama, he ain't sleeping with your sister, your mother didn't try to suck him off in the closet on
Right.
Christmas, no pregnancy scares, none of that shit. They don't
Boring.
know how to react. They don't want that shit. It's nothing to tell anybody.
Yeah.
It's not entertaining for them. They
Yeah.
can't go to their miserable girlfriends and tell them I got a perfect relationship. They don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
They'll be right there trying to prove to that bitch why she shouldn't have a perfect relationship by trying to flirt with her man. See,
Mhm.
he felt on my booty. They
Mhm.
don't like that shit. They don't know how to deal with it. And because they don't know how to deal with it, they don't like it. They push it away. Like, oh no, gotta be something wrong with it. Nothing all perfect like that. Something gotta be wrong with it.
Because it's
Nothing wrong
boring.
with it.
Perfect is boring.
Because
exactly.
a decent relationship is boring as fuck.
It's boring.
Because you
Because
don't have those emotional highs and lows.
because you're
You
taking
don't have
care of
all of those.
business. Yeah. I mean, you've been married, man. You got kids, man. Going to
No shit.
work, taking care of the kids, taking care of the house, making sure everything's right is boring as fuck. Okay.
And as long as that shit running, everybody good. Yeah, it's
Every
probably
good.
boring.
It's supposed to be boring. It's supposed to be
It's
boring, right?
supposed to be.
Like like
That's
like
what
uh
settled. That's what settled is.
yeah, yeah,
Not-
yeah, yeah. Like let's say when you work, like if you, no matter what job you do, right?
Mhm.
Construction, working a big box store, no matter what you're doing, if it's boring as fuck when everything is going smoothly, okay? But that's the way it's supposed to be. It's
Mhm.
predictable,
Mhm.
okay? And women, I hear women all the time, but the biggest reason women get divorced now is because they get bored, right?
Mhm.
Shit's going along too well. What did he do? Well, girl, he went to work, he took care of the bills, he helped me with the kids, and it was just, and we just doing the same thing over and over and over again every day. We took a vacation twice a year, you know. We're not broke. What's wrong, girl? I just got bored.
Yeah,
It's the same thing
just
every
don't
day.
feel it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
just don't feel it. I need
yeah.
some excitement. I heard a dude say before that his older mother told him this is like you seek fulfillment, not excitement, because the
Yes,
more you seek fulfillment, the less excitement you'll crave.
yeah,
If
Mhm.
all you crave is excitement, you are not a fulfilled person. Excitement always comes and goes. That's why I told women before about this love high where, oh well, you don't treat me like you did at the beginning of the relationship. I said, because it's not the beginning of the relationship, is it? We are now into the normal part of it.
yeah.
It's not that peak anymore where you just got all these jitters and butterflies and all that shit. You can't keep doing it. That's like a drug high. You
It
trying
is.
to chase a drug high? You chasing the dragon
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
relationship?
yeah,
You're gonna
yeah.
have a lot of goddamn relationships then.
And if you got a family, you got a family life, you got shit.
You
You got
got
shit to
other shit
do.
to do.
Mhm.
There's other things going on more important than you catching
Yeah,
the willies every once in a
yeah.
while. God
But
damn,
you know
good it
what?
happens. But look, this is where I say this whole game with men and women is kind of fucked up.
Hmm.
Men get comfortable when things are calm.
Yes.
Women get uncomfortable when things are calm.
Mhm.
Women get comfortable when things are chaotic.
Hmm.
Men are uncomfortable with things being chaotic.
Yes.
Like, no, that's what your whole deal is. Why do you think most police officers are male? Because you want the shit calm. Calm the fuck down. Sit down.
Mm.
Maintain low tones. And then everything is good.
Yeah.
Everybody can go back to having a good time. But it's always somebody in there. Who the fuck he think he talking to? That's
Mm.
the bitch that wants some chaos.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And they
Shut the
brought
fuck up.
they
You shut
brought
up
up
a second
they
ago.
brought up that way, right? And what you're supposed to have is the mother-in-law and the mother when she go to complaining. It's okay. They'll run me down. What's really wrong? Okay. And is
Pull her
anything
aside
is
like, girl,
gone right? Pull her aside. I said, baby. I understand it gets kind of slow and it gets kind of boring, right? But thing is, you need to shut the fuck up, sit down, and do what the fuck you're supposed to do and listen to that man.
wasn't that what Steph Curry mama and them did to Steph
Yeah,
Curry?
yeah,
Wife? Pulled her ass
yeah,
aside. Come here, Aisha. Let's
yeah.
talk to you,
They,
girl.
they did. They
Let
did.
me talk to you, girl.
Mhm.
Fuck you doing? That's a good man. He fucked that bitch. So what?
Yeah. You
Get
know what
mad
you
at him.
signed. You know what you signed up for. Yeah, you know what you
Yeah,
Mhm.
signed
what
up
the
for.
hell? He is on some girl's wall right now who ain't even old enough to want to fuck him yet.
Yeah.
Get over it. Goddamn. Dude, that to me that was always the most asinine thing because it's no different than women complaining about it's a man that has it all together and all that, and put a woman in an ivory tower and wrap her in plastic and nobody else can see her. It's like, oh, that's controlling. That's not letting me grow and let me be myself, right?
Yeah. That's
But if
why
they
you
get a
see.
dude in the same fashion, they do the same
Uh,
thing. They want to, yes, I'm going to take him and put him on a shelf under a glass. Nobody
Yeah.
can ever see him again. They do the same shit.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same fucking thing. That just because you attracted to him, he's attracted to you. He decides to be with you, have kids, and everything else. You think he stopped being attracted to other women all of a sudden? No, you should get ugly. Nobody else should ever want to
You
fuck you again.
you you,
Why?
you,
You did,
you you know.
motherfucker.
I have a
Before, during, or after?
I have an
Tell
ex,
me
man.
something.
I have an ex. She's got eyes like Vanessa Williams, like the prettiest green eyes you would ever see, right? Okay.
mhm.
But thing
Gave me
is,
Willie. That's
after
Williams, one of the ones for me. You gave me
it,
Willie saying that shit.
well, yeah, well, imagine a
You
redhead
got the
with
right
green eyes,
stuff.
a redhead with green eyes, and she's 5'10". Okay.
God damn.
Damn, she right in my size range too.
But anyway, what I'm saying to say this, right? Um, even though she's got gorgeous green eyes, man, after about a year, guess what her eyes look like to me every time I look at her? They look brown.
Black.
No, they look
Okay.
brown. In other words,
For
every
sure.
now and then, yeah. In other words, you get used to them, right?
Yeah.
You get used to them. and that and sometimes that's the problem. You settle into normal.
Mhm.
Okay, you settle into normal.
I had a Cuban female friend back around 2000. I
Hmm.
was working in the city, and she told me something her mother had told her. Her mother still stayed in Cuba, right?
Hmm.
And her mother had been married for a long goddamn time, right? And we're
Hmm.
having this conversation about marriage because the woman is here in America. She, I guess, divorced her husband and moved here to America. She had a husband here that got her into America, and then
Hmm.
she divorced him, and she's just doing shit on her own. So she's talking
Right.
about this whole thing with we're having this conversation about marriage and stuff like that. She said what her mother told her was when it came down to men messing around or something like that. It's
Right.
like she never really worried about it because she knows the most beautiful sight in the world gets boring sometimes.
Yeah.
It does. And and like you learn from the Coolidge effect, sometimes if you step away from it and look at something else for a little while and then
Yeah.
come back,
Yeah.
it looks that much more beautiful to you all over again. You have to eventually you're gonna have to. You can't just stare at one thing forever and think that's just gonna be it. That's
Yeah.
not normal for the human being
Yeah.
at all. It's not normal. That's why you get to understanding that this marriage part is the construct.
Yeah.
It's a construct that can be helpful
Hmm.
and is beneficial for raising the children in the family,
Right.
but you have to try to work that in the understanding of what the human being is.
Yeah.
What urges lie within the human being, not
That's
just the
that.
female, but the male as well. It's all there.
That's
It's
why.
all
That's why. That's why I believe all women cheat. That's why I don't even worry about it.
that's why I don't worry about it either.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers told me that shit. I told women that shit after being divorced, and they thought I just didn't care. I said, no, it's just it is what it is.
It's human
Look,
nature. It's human
it's
nature.
human nature,
Yeah.
motherfucker. Look, it's like telling your kids, don't you ever have sex ever in life. Like, are you fucking stupid? That's the first thing they gonna do.
You go try.
I never
Listen,
told my kids that. I told
it,
my kids, look,
every
I
little boy
know
gonna try to
some
get a
ladies
sticky
gonna have
finger.
sex. Just do it safely.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No unplanned pregnancies and no diseases. Other than
Yeah.
that, have a good time with the shit. It can be fun. Just do it safely.
And
Protect
say,
yourself and the other person. We good. Have a
yeah.
good time. Never had a problem with them. They didn't. My son didn't have kids until he's 25.
Yeah. 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 When I first seen
After that
it,
whole teenage years and early 20s, no
yeah.
babies.
No
Had
babies.
girls,
Yeah.
no babies.
Yeah. You
Because
know how
they
to
ain't
handle it
barred and
properly.
outlawed like it's something you're never supposed to do. Don't do it. It's a bad thing.
And don't tell your mama.
Shit, I'll tell your mama. Like, you doing it?
It don't matter. Just don't tell your mama.
Tell your mama. Yeah. Don't take you with me. Do your dirt while you're lonely. Don't be bringing nobody along on your bullshit. Do your dirt solo, because those who know don't tell, and those who don't know can't tell.
That don't. Yeah,
Just saying. I ain't saying it's right. I just understand everybody got needs.
yeah. No attitudes, no babies. You know, and no diseases. Okay.
No,
Okay.
no.
But when you come, you step through that. You step through this across that threshold. Do your job.
Do your job. Take care of everything that's done here.
Mm-hmm.
I remember having that conversation with, because the ex-wife, you already know this, BGS. I'm like,
Yeah.
the ex-wife was Asian. I
Yeah.
had this conversation with her about this shit because if you didn't know, earlier in my life, I was, pretty open and talked about shit willingly because I don't have.
No filter.
It's not even a filter. I don't have a fear of having conversations like that with people. I just
Okay.
don't.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I just don't have the conversation because I'm already at the finish line. I could probably tell how it's going to go. So I just don't even broach the subject. I don't even broach the subject. I don't have a conversation. I'll still do my psychological, tests and stuff
Assessment.
like that. Where
Okay.
you at? But once I've done those and made my determination, I just keep the rest to myself. You'd never know about it. I mean, okay, I've already figured it out. Anyway,
Yeah.
this is the puzzle I just figured out. I found the way out.
Yeah. And you see it so many times. Like, okay,
Yeah.
here we go again. Yeah, here we go again. All right.
That's your mental map.
Yeah.
I mapped my way into the corner of your mind.
Yeah.
Now that I know that we're there, I'm just going to
Yeah.
sit back and look dumbfounded.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Tell my kids all the time, oh, you finally figured that one out, huh? Okay, I'm glad.
Yeah.
But you didn't tell me.
Yeah.
You had to figure it out on your own. Of course, I didn't tell you.
That's I've told my son that before. That's the hardest part about being a parent is actually letting your kids. Some of the lessons you will teach your children. Some
Mhm.
of the lessons you have to let your children learn for themselves.
Like the
The
stove
hard
is hot.
part is sitting back there. Is like, I hope they get it.
Yeah, like the stove is hot.
Like the stove is hot. I told this motherfucker, look at that kid. Look at that little motherfucker. He about to go over there and touch
He
this.
gonna touch it. Yeah, he gonna
You
touch
gonna
it.
go get him? Nope. Sit back. Let's see. I told him. Let's see if he can learn it for himself.
Mhm.
And yep,
Boom.
Yep.
stove
Yep.
is still
Okay.
hot. Right?
Yep. Okay.
You all right? What do we learn? Go wash it off. You'll be all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Walk it off.
Motherfucker, like, he's gonna still have to learn it.
You gotta
They
learn it.
gotta
Yeah.
know for themselves. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Under certain circumstances, I'll let you take that tumble down the hill. As long as it's a short hill and
Yeah.
they too many rocks,
Yeah.
okay. I
Yeah.
showed you
Yeah.
how to roll, right? Remember how to tuck, right? Okay, well,
Yeah. Yeah.
knock yourself out, motherfucker.
As long as I know it's not gonna do serious damage to you, yeah, go find out.
Yeah, no long-term damage. Yeah, go ahead and
Mhm.
find out. Do
Go
it,
find out.
please, so you can get it out your system.
Mhm.
Calm the fuck down.
Yeah. I remember I told my daughter about sex when she was like 13, right?
No,
I said, I said, a broken heart you can get over, right? But you can't take a baby back to the store.
no, I have not found that story either.
Yes.
I don't care what they say about human
I
trafficking.
said, whatever you do, I said, it's whatever you do. I said, number one, I said, especially at your age, I could take you, whatever the little boy said to you, I could take you 6 blocks down, and another little boy would tell you the exact same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's all the game, it's a scheme. The thing is, if you want to do it, okay, got to remember, if you have a baby, you tied to that man forever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
You don't want to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be part of the reason why my daughter says she's never having fucking kids. And I've
Okay.
told her multiple times, like, that sounds selfish as fuck. Yes, sooner or later that's gonna change, but whatever. I'll come back to you in a couple of years and see how you feel about that shit.
Yeah, right around 27, 28. Yeah, I'll check in.
Mm-hmm.
That urge gonna have to kick in.
Yeah.
She actually too good with kids, and I recognize that in myself when I was young. I was too good with kids.
Mhm.
That's why, oh, he's so nice. You can babysit him and shit like that. Like, yeah, I don't have a problem with kids. That's why motherfuckers always want to try to give me a baby real quick.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he'll be
Yeah,
a good father.
good
He'll be a
father.
good
Yeah,
kid. Like,
yeah.
I didn't say I
had that
wanted
all
to
my
be
life.
though. Like,
Yeah, the whole life. Yeah.
yeah, I'm good at my job too. I didn't say I love showing up. No, I do it because I'm doing it.
Mhm.
Come
Yeah,
on, man. No, I think I ended up being a decent father.
yeah.
Better
Great
than the
father.
example. Better than the example, right? So whatever.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's about progression. It's about getting yards down the field. I
Yeah.
made my yards. Everybody else got to do theirs.
Oh, when your daughter turns into a billionaire, yeah, you can say, "No, I did that."
She turned into a billionaire. It'll be all her. I told her I didn't want shit.
Nah, but you have bragging rights.
Myself up, but
Yeah, bragging rights.
got bragging rights. No.
Yeah.
Trust me, the line for bragging rights on whatever my daughter or son accomplish is fucking long, and they push me to the back of that bitch. A bunch of women running up there to say how much they believed and all the rest of that shit. Really. I think I fought with every one of you goofy motherfuckers about what would be best for these damn kids.
Oh yeah.
You didn't want to listen, and now you did it, and it's paying off. And now, I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about.
Yeah.
Kind of feel like the fucking Hulk, Bruce Banner in this shit.
Yeah, no, you sit back and you cross your fingers and smile. Mm-hmm.
Sit back with my steeple fingers looking like Mr. Sinister, like I can make another. I've done it twice. What about you?
You know what? I said that at work, right? Like, one of my coworkers, she was saying, like, why do you have any kids and all that? Because I don't tell nobody my business.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't.
And I should, and that's how the way I
Especially
said,
not a woman. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, not a woman.
And just asking, and I keep it kind of like short and stuff. And she's like, well, and we were just watching something and hearing something. I said, man, dude, should leave. Why you gotta leave? Da, 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 da. I said, because she's acting up.
Mm-hmm.
And she's acting up. I said, he can always create another family.
Mm-hmm.
How could you say that? I said, easy. I open my mouth and let the words out. If this woman,
Easy. How can you say that? Did I learn fucking English? I don't know.
I said, so he's supposed to sit around and deal with the drama and the bullshit.
Yeah.
I said, the guy is doing what he's doing. I said, the biggest problem is something that you won't answer because you as a woman are siding with your ilk.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you're siding with her. and you
Mm-hmm.
see, and you're saying, "Oh, that's messed up what she's doing." But the thing is, you're siding with her, and he should stick with it. Well,
I
they
feel
Yeah.
need
like
to work. I said he's
I feel like
worked it out.
Clifton
I
Martin
said he's worked it out in and out. She does not want to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So what he needs to do is get up and go. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying he should not be there for his kids. I'm not saying he should not take care of his children. But to make himself feel better so he won't regret, he won't die, he won't hurt her,
Mm-hmm.
he won't go to jail or go to
Mm-hmm.
prison or do something that he's going to regret. I'd rather walk away and have my wages garnished than stay in a situation that's going to make my mental and physical health go bad.
Yeah,
And I said he
that,
he
that's
can
that's
always start another family. I said
that's a break free. That's a break
exactly.
fee. Okay, when you leave, that's why they charge you a break fee.
cut my check and I'll catch you in 21 years. If the
Mm-hmm.
kid is
Exactly.
smart enough, if he got a little bit of my intelligence, we can have that conversation when he gets older.
Mm-hmm. Or
Exactly.
not. Or not.
Or not.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they choose not to. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's the part that women get fucked up on because they don't like hearing the idea that a man could walk away from his children like that. Even though they try to put that shit out there all the time that men don't really care about these kids.
Mm-hmm.
You never see a bigger fight than a woman trying to keep a dude attached to children that he's gonna walk away from.
If you think about it, what
Fucking crazy.
leverage?
You'll
What lever?
leave? Yeah,
Yeah. What really in this world? What leverage does a woman have over a man?
none. Just a
Two
child.
things. Two things: sex and a
Exactly.
child. Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Sex and a
That's
child.
it. That's it. Right? If you don't want her,
Access.
if you don't want her anymore, as far as sex is concerned, right? If you leave and you don't want her anymore, right? The only thing she has left is a child.
Yep.
She has no more leverage, and most
Nothing.
women want to believe that leverage they hold between the sex and the children are written in stone.
Yep.
And if they hate to hear you say that it's not.
Yeah. Because if you cut the kid off, you cut her off too.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
No woman necessarily wants to be forgotten.
yeah,
Put it that way.
yeah,
And a child is a way that you can't forget about her. If
yeah.
you say, and she sees that you're serious, that you will
Hmm.
forget about this child and her, by
Hmm.
extension, her.
Yeah,
Oh no, that's a whole different conversation.
yeah,
They only comfortable with using that to try to keep pulling you in
yeah,
emotionally. If that doesn't work, there is nothing else. What you gonna do? Get the law on you to make you like her?
yeah,
And the
yeah.
kid, no. Look, one thing men can do for a long time in their life is actually make some money. You might not make the top tier that you want to, but you can always make some money doing something, right?
Hmm.
Because
Uh-huh.
there's always at least some little physical job you can fucking do.
Right.
If you willing just to pay that money not to see her ass, what
Hmm.
is that saying?
Yeah.
Because she's willing to have a baby to get the money from you.
She
If you
she
ain't willing to do that,
yeah.
take it
Sometimes it's
from
money, but the thing is whatever reason she wants to stay attached to you.
hmm
Um.
whatever she
Yeah.
needs.
She whatever she that's how come the first thing they want to do is have a baby because they actually want to keep you attached. Okay, for whatever
Uh-huh.
reason.
That's
And
why I
then
always go
yeah,
ahead, BJ. Then
no,
I'll say,
no. I was gonna say they know sex wears out,
yeah,
and
it does.
and pussy is standard on all models. Okay, and they know that.
Pussy is standard on every model of female.
There's a
Mhm.
young
Even
one
I'm not
coming off the assembly line every day.
every
Every
day.
day there's some shit
New
Every
turn
young
second.
model.
18 every day. Okay.
And that's why you see older women get mad at those two things: men wanting sex and younger women.
Yep.
That's
Uh-huh.
why because they always can be replaced, and that
Yep.
means they can always be forgotten. I had this conversation, BGS. I wanted to talk to you about this
Go ahead.
because me and my mother had this conversation 2 weeks
Hmm.
ago,
Hmm.
and we were talking about this, and it came down to that male vasectomy shit and
Okay.
whatnot.
Okay.
We were joking about this, and I was talking about these kids being kind of messed up and being on the spectrum and stuff like that when you get up to those geriatric pregnancy ages and stuff
Right.
like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Mother do it. Well, no, it could be the man and his old sperm. I'm like, Mama, that's not the way that shit works.
No.
No, he could have some messed up sperm and it could be such and such. I was like, no, it's our old ass fucking eggs.
It's eggs. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or-
she didn't want to
it-
hear that shit. She thought it
yeah.
was. She made sure to tell me that it was a semen, and I laughed
No.
so goddamn hard. I laughed
Yeah.
harder at this, which wasn't a comedy conversation,
Yeah.
than I did at this damn She-Hulk show. But
Yeah. It's
you know,
okay.
man, put his sperm. I was like, wow, really?
It's the eggs. Okay. It's
Mhm.
also her loss of hormones like progesterone to actually have the baby
Uh-huh.
attached. Okay. So there's all these hormones that women lose after the age, I think, of start losing after the age of 31.
Menopause.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
that make them susceptible to geriatric pregnancies and stuff like that. So it's the eggs get old, but that's true. But also the other things that are going on with their body, right? Like after the age of 31, the
Mm-hmm.
reason they have hard time having kids is because the progesterone actually softens the womb, so the baby can actually can attach. So women say that I'm gonna get married at 35. I say, well, you're actually
Good
throwing away
luck.
90%
Yeah.
of your fertility
Yeah. So you decided
after
not to have
35.
children, is
Yeah,
what you're telling me.
yeah. Really, what you're telling me. And for
Yeah.
most guys, if you want to have a family, your worth is 90% of your value just went out the window.
Yeah.
Mm.
I broke this down to my coworker who's in his early 20s, and he has a young wife, and he's not a handsome dude, and he has a cute wife. Imagine
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
And he's not the breadwinner. Imagine that. She's still down.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, it can't happen with somebody, right?
It
But I broke this
personality
whole
does count.
yeah, yeah. I broke this whole thing down to him when I was using time frame and numbers and stuff like that, and giving to him why his wife is stressing him about having a fucking baby because
Right.
she's getting closer to 25. She wants that shit now, dude.
Yeah.
So all this bullshitting you doing, you can keep fucking around, but you're gonna have to pay up at the office.
Yeah. You wanted a younger
you
woman.
want,
You
you want
that's
that
what
baby
comes with
knocked
it.
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
want that
comes with
baby
it.
knocked out. That's your
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah.
Give her that baby. She
It's
don't want that shit.
if you got a younger woman, it's unfair not to give her babies.
And that's what my mother. I think that was the trigger that set her off because I said something about that's why older men get younger women,
Right.
and that's when that conversation steered to his sperm being old and it won't work. I said that's bullshit. As long as you got fertile soil, you can grow anything.
It's always a man's fault, no matter what, huh?
Exactly. Told you she was a gynocrat already, BGS. I didn't have the terminology for that shit till I got, older and into the manosphere, but I understand, like, oh yeah, that's totally who the fuck these two
Because
people were. I know that.
I,
Okay. I just didn't have the language for it. Shout out to
I
Dr.
would
Chief.
I would have told her, Mom, go call your gynecologist and see what she says. I know you got one.
I told her while I was laughing, I said, I don't think any doctor would agree with you, but whatever. Like, I'm arguing. Like, look, I said what I said. You said what you said. You don't agree. You don't have to agree. Like,
I said, Mom, you just pulled that out of your ass, didn't you?
That's why I laughed so goddamn hard. Like, Mama, that's not how it works. You know that's not how it works. My mother's not a stupid person.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah.
When she tries to stretch to make some shit work, like, come on, man.
She tried the Matrix move. I'm gonna dodge these bullets. Huh?
Yeah, I see you. I see what you doing. You know that, right?
And you know what on each bullet is signed logic.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I told my son that way back when that this was what 30s or whatever. I told him that the only 3 arrows that a woman ever has in her quiver is that shame, insult, and guilt, right? Guilt, right? Guilt is the last one. She don't got no more arrows for me. I'm grown. What she gonna do? Shame me? What? Not gonna talk to you?
You're a grandfather already.
He was overdue.
You're a grandfather. Okay.
Yeah.
My mother tried that. I said, wait a minute. I'm a grandfather. Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can tell me.
The only thing motherfuckers can do now is try to ruin a relationship with me and my children or get in the middle of that shit. That's the only thing they do.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they do. They try to get in the middle of that or undermine it in some kind of way. That's all. Other than that, no. Nothing. So that's why I don't listen to these folks tell me about raising children or being married because they haven't done really either. I'm a Gen Xer. That means for a lot of the time I was raising my fucking self.
I got a joke for you fellas.
Go ahead.
You know there is a land in the gynocracy that they don't talk about.
Okay. Is this where the women's school is? Is this where the women's school is?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
It's the land of lost and untalked about pussy.
Land of the lost uterus.
It's right over Fibroid Mountain.
Shit, here you go. I will say, look,
and dried up egg goats.
The desert of dried up eggs, huh?
Yep. And just right around the corner,
the valley of dried up eggs. There's a crunch when you cross it.
And just right around the curtain of Beef Curtain Boulevard.
Well, you know you're there when you get to Beef Curtain Boulevard.
Yeah.
Oh shit. But that usually triggers women. That's why I said I could have these conversations. I don't hate fucking women. I've told you guys this before. I hate the dumb shit that they fucking do, but women is women. It's just the fuck it is. Every creature out here on this planet got some fucked up shit with them, even men.
Well,
I don't have a lot of guy friends
well,
for that fucking reason that a lot of them is on some bullshit and I don't have time to be dealing with it. I really don't. So if it's a person that I'm actually calling my friend in a sense, there is something there. There's some redeeming fucking quality there. Otherwise, I wouldn't be fucking with them at all because I don't need to. I'm not getting to that point where I need to be gathering all these friends around. I'm not a teenager, motherfucker. Like, I'm not a woman. They're not gonna stay with me because they think pussy is showing up. Okay, it's what it's gonna be. Like,
and when it does show up, how much trouble is this gonna cost me?
Exactly.
It does show that. And it does show that I just go for holding women accountable on their bullshit because I've grown up with it enough in my life to understand they do bring their degree of bullshit. My only problem with it is they're not accountable for it, and they never want to be held accountable for it. And that's dumb. If I do dumb shit, I expect to be called on it. I do. I don't even like a woman if she won't call me on the dumb shit I do, even if I've done it on purpose to see if she'll call me on it. I don't even like her ass. I can't stand her. Because to me, that means you're not going to be real with me. And that's one of a no-go. If you ain't going to be real or honest with me, I can't fuck with you in no form or fashion. I really can't. I can't even look at you as like, that's an object lesson. Don't never fuck somebody that's like that. Can't do it. It'll be a waste of time. Make myself look stupid that I even put my penis next to it. Right? So to me, that's the main thing. I just want them held accountable and to own the shit that they do. Nobody gives a shit that you do it because we all know it already. Just own it. Like, what the fuck? It's not that hard to cop to the fact, like, yeah, we some dysfunctional ass bitches. Yeah, I'm glad you said it. So now I can stop saying it.
That's how come the women in my family only talk to me when they have to.
Exactly.
That's because they don't get away with nothing.
Fix the move. Like, you still got that truck? How you doing? How you been? You don't give a fuck about how I've been. So what do you want?
Yeah, what do you want? Yeah.
Now, if I went at them like that, they would. Oh, he said something so wrong to hurt my feelings.
Yeah. My thing is, hi. What do you need?
Yeah. What do you need? That's all.
Why are you talking like that? What's wrong with you?
Because you want something, don't you? Well, yeah. So what do you need?
Get to it.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to look. I'm for. Let's get to the point. I'm not gonna live forever, so I'm not trying to rush through everything, but I'm not trying to waste time on small talk. I'm a Scorpio. Small talk is not my thing. It's not. That's why, except for these long ass streams that people see, I try to get to the point. It doesn't seem like that when I do a long stream, but I just try to get to the point. I just try to get right to the point of what the fuck it is because I'm not trying to waste a lot of time with it. If it's a discussion, it's a discussion. I love that part. But the actual information, just get to the point. What do you need? What do you want? Do you think I can help you or not?
Give me the bullet points first, and then we'll give me the story.
Exactly.
Yeah, give me the story as we take care of the bullet points. Let's talk while we work. What's up, RD Moore? I was trying to end this before you went live, homeboy. What's going on?
What's up?
What's up? The shield hero.
You sound like you just woke up, man.
Nah, I just came back from in town. I went to go see my dad. It was his birthday on Friday.
Oh, okay. How's he doing?
Birthday to Papa Art.
He's doing good. He just
happy birthday to Papa Itmore.
He's 66.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Still a baby.
I'm shooting for his record.
But yeah, he's doing okay. He's doing good. Just chilling, trying to relax. They're trying to get him back to be full time, but he said, "Nah, I'm retired."
Shit, 66. Oh, hell yeah.
They need him, don't they? They need that.
What does he do?
Well, he used to work at the same bakery I work at, but he used to work on the production side.
Okay.
And he's the one that used to mix the dough and the water and all that stuff so to make the bread.
So they fucking up, huh?
Basically.
In other words,
you actually smelled that too?
Yeah. So they fucking up.
Yeah, you used to like, yeah, man, they don't do it like you do it. It's like, that's cool, but
they ain't gonna do it like I do it.
It took a lot of years. Yeah, you didn't listen when I was telling you. That's the problem.
Yeah. So
You don't cook it the way you cook it. Yeah,
Kind
Yeah.
of sound like a group of people that are opposite of us in the sexual spectrum that we just been talking about.
No, that's everybody, man.
Nah, they're just some fuck ups because
age group.
yeah, because they think you're gonna be there forever, so they can fuck up
Mm.
instead of learning.
Yep.
yeah.
Mm.
Well,
I know this. I got this. Okay.
All right.
well, it's hard for them to keep people.
You know what?
Good people. Anyway,
Now you know what?
so, but yeah, he's doing good. Can't complain. I already got him on record to do the interview this
Okay.
week. So I'm gonna go down there. He couldn't do it this week, so but he'll said maybe Wednesday I'll bring my computer down there. Well, we can have the interview.
Okay.
So
Be interesting what he says.
yeah.
Interview. Tell me more.
Oh, you know how I could do the BGS Boomer interview and stuff like that with you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it with him.
I'm not a boomer. So you can do it with me.
You might as well be. we gonna get the blame for it anyway.
Well, you know, I did it with the millennials, Gen X, and boomers. Yeah.
Because a lot of people complain about boomers and said they're not boomers, they're Gen X. Well, they old anyway. What difference does it
Look,
make?
that's why you didn't hear me. You didn't hear me argue about that shit, did I? I said I said that shit before. That a lot of these kids that's out here fucked up. These are Gen X kids.
Yeah, they are.
They might be raised by their grandparents, but they ain't their grandparents' kids.
Yeah.
These are Gen X's children's.
Yeah.
Like, it is what the fuck it is, man. Claim it. It is what it is. Fuck. Like, I can't blame boomers for helicopter parenting. That wasn't a boomer thing.
Yeah.
I can't blame boomers for every kid gets a trophy. That wasn't a boomer thing. That was a section of Gen Xers who thought that the childhood they had was so fucking terrible that nobody should ever have their feelings hurt ever again. That's where you got all this goofy shit from. That's why you can have 40 and 50-year-old women still trying to go out and twerk in the club with their 30-year-old daughter and then the granddaughter right behind them. That's where you get it from. That's not from boomers. That's Gen Xers. Started that goofy shit. Look, I own the shit that we do. It's part of my age group. I don't like it, but it's fucking there. That's single mama shit. That's us. We took to that shit.
Yeah. It was
like you got so many broken families from Generation X on.
Yeah.
Gen X, the latchkey, the kids that was by themselves having to be grown when no adults were there. Well, what do those kids get when they get older? They get to have kids early, and they get to be parents without fathers because they didn't have any in their home to begin with. That's the second generation, or the first generation. There you go. So it is the fucking is. Yeah. You can fix it though too. It ain't always fucking stupid. But millennials, you Z's, I hope you're looking at this shit.
I'm still praying for the Z's, man. Okay.
I am a millennial light.
He's a millennial light.
You are a millennial light.
I'm sugar-free millennial.
What did the guy say? He said 30-35% of millennials are like on fire and on point.
Now with less saccharin.
He said 30 to 35% of millennials are actually on fire and on point. He said the other aren't worth a damn. They ain't shit.
Yeah, I can't figure out the cutoff, BGS. I know it's half of them, but some of that elder millennial group, actually has some sense. But some of that younger millennial group doesn't have any fucking sense at all. So it's like right there in the middle. I can't determine where the cutoff is. You just have to talk to them.
Yeah.
Because like Art got sense. Okay, you can talk to Art. You listen to somebody else that's around Art's same age, the motherfucker is like off base as hell. Like, nigga, are you a free diver? Like, you a beach? You can't know where to go to the ground.
He said, how old are you? You know, because
how old are you?
I'm 41.
You made it this long in life?
Wait a minute. Damn, you sound like you're 17 with that kind of.
There's a lot of factors to go into that. It's how they were raised.
Who raised them?
That's single mother homes.
Yeah. That's the whole psychology part. Is that what's your environment?
Lead paint.
People you were around. Where was your nurture coming from? Where were your influence? What were your major influence? What you watched on fucking TV? What you ate for breakfast? What ideals that you actually hold to? Who are your biggest influences? All that shit goes into the soup of figuring out why this one motherfucker broke the mold from the rest of them? Like, why is
Mhm.
this one different than the other 80? Like, we need to figure out why it's
I
different.
don't know about TV. I used to watch some fucked up shit when I was little.
So did I,
Yeah,
but I ended up all fucked up.
well, how
in
did
the
how
TV
did it
show.
hit different? It hit different though.
It hit
That's the
different.
Mm-hmm.
And it may just come down to, art brain wired up a little bit, these neurons connected in this fashion,
thing.
where these other two neurons connected in this fashion in this other person. And that would be
Yeah.
just it. They
Yeah.
just switch art from being to art being art and the other motherfucker being somebody else. It's like,
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is that mamas stopped being mamas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
And
true.
that's the biggest part,
As I'm going through that with my nephew, man, because he has become a homosexual now.
Well,
he has
hey,
become a
that,
homosexual
and
like he went
that's
to college.
that's the kind of man he saw coming through the
That's his
household.
example.
Mm-hmm.
That's his example. I saw that shit coming in. I thought it was really feminine to me when I saw it in my age group when we were young, because guys were bragging about this shit that,
Hmm.
they had a woman with a good job and a
Hmm.
place, and then they could just do this and she'd take care of them and shit. And I said, that sounds like bitch
That's
talk.
that's
What are
what
you
it was.
talking about? You sound like a whole chick right now.
That's the
Like,
way they were
it didn't make
socialized.
sense.
That's what
Yeah, but
socialized. Yeah.
that was the socialization coming down the
Mhm.
pipe.
In
Now
fact,
it's just normal.
the chick that Kim that had the blog for Harriet,
Mm-hmm.
she said she was saying the exact same thing. I don't need your money. I make plenty of money. What I need you to do is make my life easier. Sounds like a man looking for a wife.
Sound like
Wow.
exactly.
Wow.
Like you need to become lesbian and line up with the rest of these dudes looking for a heterosexual.
Yeah. Basically tuck your nuts and
Yeah.
and take care of the house. Yeah.
Yeah. Get in line.
Get in
Put your
line.
ovaries down low. Tuck them down low. You can stand in line with the rest of this gentlemen, but you ain't getting in the front.
I'm gonna have the baby and then I'm going back to work. You take care of it.
Yeah, you're gonna take care of this. But I see a lot of that now, BGS.
Hmm.
When I'm doing the work that I do, I'm not supposed to be talking about this shit. I already had to go over my whole IT training shit. So doing the work that I do, I end up in a lot of households, right?
Okay.
And there's some households that are legitimately just a husband there.
Yeah.
He's just the man of the house, running the
Mhm.
house
Yeah.
for her. Now he might
Yeah.
not be that good for shit.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion on fucking dudes, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you can't do this simple shit, or you want to be able to do this simple shit, but you can't, and you broke it. So now I got to show up and fix it. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
this is like me dealing with my mother's ex-boyfriend. Like,
Yeah.
nigga, you can't fix shit. That's not your forte. Stay in the kitchen. That's what you're good at. I'll
Yeah.
take care of the rest of this shit because you keep fucking up our house.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
but it's funny. I see more of it now, and
Yeah.
and it's almost becoming
It's-
normalized to me. Like this is just
It's by design.
Everybody
I keep telling you about the book, The Richer Sex, right? But Liz Monday.
I have it. I have that
You have-
book.
Yeah. If you read it, man, I mean, you don't have to read the whole book, but if you read like the first half of it, you'll get what they're actually planning for. This is actually planned. This is not random. Okay. This is on purpose.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, Donnie
But
Mac. That's nowadays, especially around here, in the last 10 years, it changed up a little bit. But 10 years previous, that's what motherfuckers was around here was on. They wanted to be these kept men.
That's what they're
Taken
trained
care
for.
of, paid for. I'm like, nigga, what? That don't even sound like a man. to me.
They're trained.
But
They're
I'm a
trained.
different generation.
Yeah, it's a different generation because all the millennials starting with the millennials, I asked, they started saying they had to take home economics, right, in middle school and high school, right? I said, damn. I said, we never took that shit. I said, why? And then I started reading the book. I started reading the book more in Title IX. They were racing gender roles, right? Okay. They want to. Now, are you a provider? Or are you a home support, right? So kept man. Basically, so kept man's not a kept man. He's actually a supportive male.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, to be more
she's
blunt,
she's not keeping him. She's not keeping him. No, he's there as an integral part of the family, right? He's got to be there, take care of the kids, take care of the household, because she's out doing 60, 70 hours a week.
Now, see, I'll give you an example of how this works and works against you at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
When I got married, I was working a lot, right? I was
Right.
a provider, right?
Right.
paid for everything, every bill in my name, all of that shit, right?
Right.
No problems. 2008 came and I was out of work for a while. I
Right.
became that provider male at the house, or not the
Right.
provider male. I became the person at home.
Right.
Wife was out more, and I was at the house more. I
Right.
was depressed at the house all the time.
Yeah.
That's not. It didn't feel right for me to be there. I developed a better relationship with my daughter,
Yeah.
but I
You.
didn't like that role.
Mhm.
When I started getting out of it and getting back on my feet,
Mhm.
wifey had a problem with that shit.
Oh,
She
really?
had a problem because she had gotten used to that.
Yeah.
He's just at the house. And part of that argument was like, I'm not a lamp in this motherfucker. I'm not standing here just in the house until you feel like coming around and turning me the fuck on. Hell no, I got other shit to do. I have something to be out. And that's when there start being problems when I start reasserting that role that I was
Right.
in when we got together.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
That became an issue because I wanted to be away from the house.
Yeah.
She didn't want to have to go back to being
To
just
be
that.
in the house. Yeah. You got that taste of freedom. But
Became,
then you would.
she got that taste of that
But you would.
freedom. It became a problem then. Like, oh, you
Yeah.
just gonna leave? I'm not
But
leaving.
you were never socialized for the role of being a
Stay-at-home
supportive
dad.
male. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were never socialized to be that way.
I was socialized to be independent, take care
Right.
of everything for
Right.
myself, so I don't need to rely on a woman because that's what my
Right.
mother had.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was not socialized to be the stay-at-home dad. That was
No,
not.
you were socialized to
Hell
take
no.
care of the actually provide for the house and stuff like that where she wouldn't have to. Okay.
Yep.
Different roles. It's a different role.
Different
Kind of
role.
to be quite blunt with it, most of these millennial cats nowadays are basically cucks. They are basically cucks. Like you can.
Dark beast, ladies and gentlemen. Dark beast.
Damn, Dark Beast.
I mean, if I'm like I told you, Artisan, if you look at the adult shit, you look at this
Yeah.
AMSMR shit, it's all femdom shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, what is up with this
Yep.
mommy shit and I want to dominate you and crush your
Yeah.
balls? I'm like, what the
Yeah.
hell is happening?
That's
Yep.
just the reverse of a role. But basically, if you wipe out a gender role, now the genders,
Somebody else can.
there has to figure out who's a dom and who's a sub. Basically,
Yeah.
a partner, a gender norm is a partner, right? The partnership is actually a gay, a homosexual actually arrangement, right? Because there are no genders if in a homosexual relationship, right? They're both male or they're both female or whatever it is, right?
Yep.
So they have to figure out who's the sub, who's the dom, who's the one that goes out and provides, who's the one that stays at home, right? You have to
Who's the
figure that
pitcher?
out.
Who's the catcher?
Yeah. And so basically you try to overlay that on heterosexual relationships,
Heterosexual
right?
relationship.
Because you eliminated all the other husband and wife roles, which is their role, which is their gender role, which
Tell
a
them,
lot of
Lucia.
these modern women did not want. Okay, we want to go out and be outside the house and work 60 hours a week and all this kind of bullshit, right? But thing is, I still want a family. You can't have a family unless you have somebody at
Or a
home.
male.
So you
Yep.
have to train people, you have to train males and socialize males to be at home. Okay. Otherwise, the shit is not going to work. And the feminists knew that from the very beginning. Okay. If they're going to be out in the world kicking ass and we still want families, got to have a man at home. So
Yep.
they have to be socialized in that role. So you're going to get what we call cucks, right? That's coming. They keep pushing all this femdom, where the male follows the woman. Okay. They have to socialize these males into these roles.
Yeah,
And
that's not what I'm socialized for.
Yeah.
Well, they socialize the millennials to do that, but the problem is that the women are rejecting it.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were rejecting it. Okay, they were rejected. They're not like Cardison says. They're not rejecting it anymore because they realize that they can't take care of a house on their own by themselves. Or if they're working that many hours, they got to have a man. Okay,
That
unless
shit
you're
is too hard. I need somebody to help me take care of these bills. Every time I hear a modern woman talking about she's strong and independent, but she need a man to help her out do something, all it means is I need somebody else to pay this shit.
yeah.
My
Basically.
thing is, look, if you campaign for that position and you won, then do the damn job, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You've been doing it forever, not complaining about how tough it was. You know, the only person that heard about it was the priest and their bartender.
Yeah,
And other men.
because
But they
if
still
you
took care of the whole house, miserable or whatever the fuck.
because if you were socialized, to take care of a house, especially since the wife role, people actually can fill a wife role is so sparse. Okay, if you can do it, you have those skills. You basically you can get married if you want to get married. There's always a guy looking for a wife that can actually fill the role. The thing is, you don't have that many women that can actually fill that role.
Yeah, there's no longer any wives right now.
With
Yeah, I
two
wouldn't
wives and 2
100% say
husbands, what
that.
are you
I
talking
say
about?
it's very few. It's very few because the only reason I'm saying it's very few is because the people I'm coming in contact with, majority of them are wives. They're doing wifely shit.
Yeah.
Even the dudes are doing
Wifely shit.
husband shit, but it's domesticated in the home shit. Somebody is taking care of the house.
It got to be taken care of the house.
At the bare bones of it, somebody is taking care of the house.
Right.
So in that sense, that means that those wifely duties are still there. It just may not be in the package that you want or the person that you want actually doing the shit.
Right.
Well, I need to come to California then.
No,
maybe you don't. Some of these people is not from California. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
They're coming to California for the job that one of them has.
Yeah.
They ain't from California.
Right.
And they really leery about being here in California. They looking like they just stepped off the bus to hell. And they like, I don't know. They said they was gonna be out here looking for it.
Because like I said, when I go back home, like even with my dad, he went back and was watching the old videos of my family, and I look at the wives there who were actually stay-at-home mothers.
Yeah.
And I don't see none of these women acting like this, acting like they were. Like
they're not trained to be.
Yeah.
No, because what you'll hear is professional women who actually end up in a situation where they can actually be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
Tend to be happier. Why? Because that weight of dealing with all that extra bullshit you deal with at a job is not on them no more.
Right.
Look, you can do it. I'm not saying women can't do it. You can do it. You can do the backbiting and dealing with HR and the cussing and fussing with people all day long and get your jollies on doing that shit.
Yeah.
It ain't what you was designed for. You know that shit. Men ain't designed for. That's why we die sooner from dealing with that shit. That is not what we fucking designed for. It can be done, but in some ways it shouldn't be done.
But you had a feminist fucked up the whole system. So now the supply of husbands that would take care of the household and would take care, actually provide for the house and household and be outside the house. Then now they're far and few in between.
Yeah, you turn the worm.
Yeah.
You wanted to say it was all men's fault. They need to learn all this other shit. Okay, well they took your advice and did that shit. Now what? Well, it's still not this because they won't do that. Well, some of them did, the rest of them didn't. Now what? Now you got to turn back to them bitches who told you to ask for all that shit and ask them, okay, well, this is all fucked up now. What do we do about this?
That's what
you're gonna have to turn around and ask them that shit.
They're doing it now.
Where do we go from here now that we've turned the whole ship in this direction?
Yeah.
We ran aground on this iceberg. Now what?
Yeah. I'm 35. I'm tired of working. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. And I want to find a guy. I said, well, it's too late now.
It's too late.
You're a provider.
Yeah.
No.
Look, if this is why that taking the sex off the table is so damaging for women necessarily, is that after you're 35 and you had your kids and shit like that already, and you can't find a husband, what you got left to offer a motherfucker? If you ain't got no conversational skills, you ain't a nice person to be around.
Hope that throat deep.
Nah, that ain't work.
Ain't even that. That's it. That's all you got.
Because
that's a sorry position to be in. To me as a woman, that's a sorry position to be in. If all you have to offer is your holes, that is the worst fucking possible position you could be in. That's like a man saying, all I have to offer this world is my dick, as it were.
From 12 to 30.
Same position, like, nigga, I'm homeless, but I got a dick. What can I do for this?
From 12 to 35, from 12 to 35, testosterone is in your favor, young lady. After 35, the nigga gonna say no. What else you got?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is after 35. Look, Crazy X, BGS. That's what set her ass up. Because I told her that it was a diminishing commodity. She hated that shit. She hated to hear that shit. Look, I think that shit scarred her emotionally hearing that shit from somebody that she was all into. That no, it's a diminishing return on you.
Yeah.
Like you're 35 with a kid. It's everything is downhill from this point for you.
Yeah.
You can't barter pussy with anybody. You can't. Why?
Yeah.
You got a whole kid you need to be taking care of. You shouldn't even be out here dating. In my point of view, at this point in time, you shouldn't even be out here dating.
Nah.
Your child is too young. You shouldn't be back in the dating market until that motherfucker hit 8. So you should be out the game for 8 years. And as Kevin has pointed out, you're out the game for 8 years. You ain't brushed up on the materials. You ain't been keeping up with the updates. You ain't been keeping up with the updates. You missed some training classes and some refresher courses.
Your
You're gonna have to
operating
work back
system
up to that.
is out of date.
Yeah. Your OS is not up to standards. So you're gonna
You've
need
been
to,
buffering for a
upgrade
minute, baby.
some other skills. You're gonna have to purchase some add-ons.
Exactly.
You're gonna be. I show back up to the party. I still got a vagina.
Oh,
We don't want
and
Hey,
all of
you
us
think-
have vaginas.
And you know,
Wait,
you're
wait.
looking at her vagina. Yeah, you still plug up to the Ethernet, baby. Everybody's using
No,
Wi-Fi.
you still on that dial-up shit. Oh no.
Yeah, you got a 1990s model vagina. I'm looking for a 2022.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you got on that AOL. Oh no, we're not on that now. I'm sorry, baby.
Every time you open up her vagina, you hear the.
Hold up, like
Dial-up
like
vagina.
TK Kirkland said it best. There's a group of college bitches graduating in June.
With educations, if you care about that kind of thing.
If you do,
Yep.
yeah.
I personally care about a woman having an education just for the fact of having children.
Yeah.
I want the person that's there with the child that I have to actually have some fucking intelligence to teach them. I don't
Yeah.
want them teaching them a bunch of ratchet shit. Fuck all that. How to only make they lot in life out of they fucking genitals. No.
Yeah,
fucking,
I learned.
no.
I learned that. I
Look,
learned that the hard
I
way.
can leave my child on a corner with a hoe to get that kind of training. I don't need
Yeah.
to have the person in the house teaching them that. No.
Yeah.
No.
Your value got to be more than that. I'm sorry. This is the same conversation I have with my daughter. Her value has to be more than her vagina. Yes, I told her it was a vagina. Didn't tell her it was a pussy.
I think she can translate. You know, she can.
She can translate, but I had one person get he was kind of thrown off about how I talked to my daughter about that kind of stuff. It's like, look, I either tell her what it's called or I let the first nigga who fucks her tell her what it's called.
And
I
you're
don't
a
want
man.
that.
And you're
Yeah.
a man, and not her mother. Yeah.
Yeah, I let her decide on the terminology for it. And the biological term is a fucking vagina. So I don't see if there's anything wrong with saying that.
Yeah.
It ain't
Ain't
gonna
no
be
chaser.
That's your who are you? Your little sugar pot? No, nigga. I need to know if somebody touched you. And you can tell me, hey, somebody at daycare touched me on my vagina, so I know where to go get their ass. I need you to give me some actual language. No code words. What the fuck happened? Did they touch you? Nope. Okay.
No.
Okay. You good.
And here's the thing,
Good. Mr.
man.
Stephen
You
Clear.
are. And here's the thing: you are being direct in telling your daughter this stuff, and you're not allowing the mom to deal with the direction and everything. That's the biggest
No,
problem.
I'm not. I didn't really try to allow anybody to misdirect my children because, for me, children are the most vulnerable. And where they get fucked up the most is the television that you watch with no adult supervision explaining any of this shit to them. That's why I love what Dr. Tia's son does. Even as old as his kid is, he still sits down with him while he's watching something and hit that pause button and have a conversation with him about it. That's parenting. That's what's supposed to be happening with everybody who got a fucking child watching television. You're supposed to be knowing what's going into their goddamn head. It's television programming. What's being programmed into your kid? You need to know. You need to watch that shit with them so you can say, nah, don't you ever do this shit because these some little white kids and you'll get your ass beat. No. You need to do that. You have to. Otherwise, you leaving every other influence out there in the world to fuck up your kid. I didn't let that shit happen with the television. It's not like I'm being watchdog. You can't watch none of this shit. No, I'll watch it with them. And I'll explain it to them and get them to consciously watching shit instead of just dumbified watching shit, just pour it in my mouth. No. You
Pause.
question the shit you watching. Don't just take it verbatim. Question it. What do you think about it? I wasn't thinking. Well, you probably should turn the shit off then because you weren't thinking. No, that and people around them. Don't let dumb people say dumb shit to my child, especially when I'm around, and don't challenge it right there in front of my child. To let them know this is not fucking correct. Because people will lead your kid astray. Like we were talking about relationships earlier, that women don't like to see a normal fucking relationship is boring. Actually, well-functioning children is an insult to other people who fucking up their kids. So they will try to fuck your kid up too. telling them some goofy shit, introducing them to some goofy shit. Who was it? What the celebrities? Oh, my mama's friend was the one who molested me.
Mm.
Your mama's friend?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And
They're
it's
still alive?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They're still
How'd
alive.
she get that close to you like that? She didn't like your mama, did she? That wasn't your mama's friend. What look, what guy friend would you have that would do something to your child and you'd still be cool with that motherfucker?
Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at Malaka. Like, come on, man. Like,
Come on, man.
Hey,
no,
hey,
you have to take that drive, homeboy.
look, a lot of females will still keep a guy that still molest their kids. A lot of females will still keep that guy around because they want that guy. No matter what he did, they will say it's the daughter's fault.
Shows like this. It's a reoccurring theme
Yeah,
on
it
women's networks about this same shit happening.
Yeah.
Same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now you could say it's all fictitious, but why does it keep coming up? Because it's shit that fucking happens.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
All the fucking time. Because
Mhm.
they balance not the child, but their security over the child.
Yeah.
The child is only a means to their security. And if
Yeah.
the child gets in the way of them being secure, then fuck the child. That's the only time they'll say no.
Yeah.
That's why you can have trifling ass mamas with children who you can see don't give a fuck about them, but that's mama's little money maker. So he'll always be in the house.
But you know what the funny thing is? That's what the whole movie Baby Boy was about. Everybody could say, you know, Jody was the prototypical homosexual, but Jody never got that way if his mom wasn't attracted to
latched on to him.
Trad.
Yeah. Mom was a hood chick.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jody pointed out, that was Big Mama's house. It wasn't her house anyway. So she had
Right.
never left the nest. And she held on to Jody after his brother died to the point that she found Melvin. And when she found Melvin, the next branch to grab onto, then she was done with Jody ass. It's time for him to go. You a child. But wasn't he a child before you found Melvin?
But here's
Did he
another
only
thing.
become a child after Melvin was doing the old man squat on your ass?
But we never heard about? We never heard about Jody or Jody's brother's daddy.
No.
They dead in jail. And that's the funny thing. And I mentioned that somebody said, yeah, we never heard about that. Well, I said, they would. They probably dead or in jail or floating around somewhere. Yeah, because because that's what the mom did. But the thing is, we're driven to think that Jody's the bad guy, the homosexual, and Melvin is just the cleanup man later on now because mom is older. And Melvin is the nigga, got 3 strikes and he need a place to stay.
No, Jody was made that way.
Yes.
That's why I own the movie Baby Boy. I've watched the shit like 2 to 3 times total. Because to me, it's sad because he was made that way. It wasn't the environment that was like that. The environment was the environment in his home. He was made that way. And when his mama got fucking tired of him and found something better to latch on to keep it, she got rid of his ass. That means she never actually loved that boy. She didn't. She kept him around because it gave her that security. So when something came along that was a little bit more secure, she cast that motherfucker out.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
She didn't need him anymore. She got Melvin now.
Yeah.
And Melvin, could you say Melvin was any different than Jody?
No. Because Melvin
just did a bit.
They bonded. They're exactly the same.
Exactly. Same shit. It's what mama was attracted to.
Because like how you said, they were competing for the same spot. Melvin's competing to be with her. Jody's competing to stay with her.
Yeah. And mama needs telling him, you need the girl you had a baby by, she needs to be your new mama.
Exactly.
She needs to be your new mama and you need to go live with her.
Go her. Yeah. Yep.
Because he was filling the same role. Because Jody's role in her house was nothing but being the stay-at-home daddy, right?
Yeah.
In the day. Different than Snoop was doing.
Yeah.
So here's another woman, same shit. Yeah, she'll have anybody there for security.
The vicious cycle. At least Jody had a little hustle about him. Snoop didn't want to do nothing. He had his boys up in there smoking weed, drinking Hennessy, taking up space, listening up to all her stuff, eating up all her food.
Yeah. Can't tell him to go nowhere. Why can't you?
Yeah. Why can't you?
Why can't you? Phone don't work. Police don't come to that neighborhood. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
You had all that talk for Jody, but you ain't got that for Snoop. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
That's just an African.
Yes, that's the matriarchy. That's the gynocracy in action.
Exactly.
I ain't no pussy.
Yeah. You know what the thing is? You go back and start reading some of these older books, like Clark's book, right? This shit is not new, man. This shit's been going on for a very long time.
Exactly. That's the part that makes me the part that gets me to looking at things kind of cynically is to understand how long this stuff has been going on.
Mm-hmm.
And it was different when you have kind of like you coming into some more knowledge of stuff and more people who have this experience and know more than you.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to kind of feel it like this environment does not feel right. It feels like all of this stuff is going on.
Mm-hmm.
But then to get with people like BGS or Dr. Tiasan and Dr. Curry who actually have paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
You can find this. Homie, no, this is in this book right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Dr. Curry is good for. Dr. Curry will crack a book on you. Oh, see here, 1777.
Yeah.
This book said by this person back on this day.
Mm-hmm.
No, this was all a plan. Like, God damn, dude. Like, thank you very much for enlightening me and giving me this source material because I will buy this book so they can't scrub it from the internet. And now I have it. Now I have a physical copy that I can repeat and copy endlessly to other people. No, but that's what it's good for, letting you know, okay, most of the shit is not crazy. What you were actually feeling out there in the environment, you were not crazy.
Okay.
You know, like they talked about it forever. Like they really just trying to make us fucking women. And that's just, two niggas talking. Their experiences. Right.
Yeah.
But you get to the larger context of like the manosphere is like, oh no, we wasn't just two niggas. We was two niggas having the same experience all the rest of you Negroes was having.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we wasn't off. We was actually right. Thank you. I'm not fucking crazy. This is actually something that's been going on. And the funnier part, when I talked to my older mother, who's about BGS's age, she's close to his age. You find out that she probably knew this shit too.
She did.
Part of it.
Yeah. Participated. Yes, she
participated in it.
Yeah.
Don't want to see it any other way either. And when I talked to my grandmother, I said, "Oh yeah, this trickled down from y'all mountain."
Oh yeah, like when Dr. T talks about insert man here. Okay, my grandmother was born in 1910. Okay, she had 9 kids by 4 different men. Okay, so didn't start yesterday.
No, my nana, she had 3 different men and 3 different kids. 3 kids. No, yeah, 3 kids, 3 husbands, 2 men.
Yeah, insert
2 by one man, 1 by another one. After that, she stopped giving motherfuckers.
You know what? When we started,
stopped doing it a long time ago.
Insert man here.
You gotta give him a baby. Like shit.
There's nothing to that because in the Black community, men are an attachment, right?
Yes.
A family is a woman and her children.
Yes.
We're just an attachment to it.
When I started, like, when you said the Coliseum and when you were breaking down what you just said, but we would do like those 8 hours. And I really sat back and I looked at my family. And my grandmother has 5 kids. My mother's the oldest, which she had from another man. And her other 4 is from her husband.
Okay.
Now her other 4 is my grandfather that I've known.
Okay.
But I saw how the way my grandmother treated my grandfather. Now my grandmother had my mom when she was 19. And 2 years later she gets involved with my grandfather and they wind up getting married when they were 21. And I remember, like, the red pill was just came on, and like, the blue pill scales just fell from my eyes like Saul in the Bible. And I just said, and I love my grandmother, but I said, but my grandma ain't shit. I said, you talk.
Damn.
And I say that with all honesty because I love her. But I said, my grandma ain't shit. She's just like all the other strags. I said, you talk cash shit about this man. I mean, my grandmother, she was a good woman, but she would just talk cash shit. She would just emasculate my grandfather. And then I just wanted to say, I said, and I just wanted to go back in time. I said, but this is a man
that saved you,
that took you in and took another man's child in. Back in the day, especially for a black person, that was considered blasphemy for having a child out of wedlock at a young age.
He wasn't her first choice.
And, and you know what? If you know what, man, all right, I would have said that's it because you know what, he's not your first choice. I said,
Go
but
boy
the thing
dropping them
is, you
honey
gave. I
buns.
said, but the thing is, you gave this
You
man
did
your
shoot honey
ass to
buns.
kiss. I said, you gave this man your fucking ass to kiss. Talk cash shit about him.
Why she making his plate?
Yeah, no shit.
I said,
Look,
talk.
here's the thing, Malaki. If you want to throw a psychological monkey wrench into people just about that kind of thing, just on the statement that you said that made me fucking laugh. I've done this a couple times to somebody, right? And just think of a nice, sweet grandmother and understand that your grandmother, who you think is all nice and sweet, there's somebody out there that hates her fucking guts.
You know what?
They
Can I
do.
even make it better?
When you tell somebody that, they can't actually conceive it. It's like you can see their brain come to a fucking stop all of a sudden. Like, no, my grandmother is a nice person. Somebody thinks she a bitch.
But
You
can
know
I
that,
say
right?
something?
Because she's a person
Facts.
and she's had experiences with people. And the
Exactly.
older she is, the more people she's met in her life that probably don't have a good view of her. Now you want to fuck with yourself, understand why they don't have a good view. If you can accept the fact that it actually happens, that the people that you know around you ain't sweetness and light, motherfucker. They ain't all good
They're human.
people.
They're human.
They just, exactly, BGS. They're just fucking human. So if you want to accept that they're human, I mean, they got positives and they got negatives. They got
Can I
faults,
add something
like
to
they
that?
got, favors. Go ahead.
Patrice O'Neal said something. He said one thing. He said when I guess when he's saying when he realized something about women. I guess when he had the red pill, he says, I realized something about my mom. She was some other dude's bitch at one time. He said when I realized that, that's when I knew she was human.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Just the part and reason why I said that my grandma wasn't shit. I realized she was human. I was like, oh shit. The scales came off. I said that she talked shit about my grandfather. I said, but this is a man that took your child in. But then here's something where BGS's voice came in my head. He's supposed to do that because that's what we're bred to do.
That was his generation.
That's what we're. But the thing, but to see how it trickles down to our generation in Gen X, where think about this, Artisan. When we were growing up, it was normal for us, especially in our community, to date a chick that had a kid. And for me, that I have no children, and knowing that the majority of women that I dated was black, there was this something in my mind that you're supposed to be there to take up, like how you said, you were that dude that delivered the food, you're going to be that fall guy. You're supposed to be that fall guy simp. But then, like Morpheus said in The Matrix 1, there's that twig in the back of your mind saying there's something fucking wrong here.
Splintering your mind.
It's like, hold the fuck up. No, this don't compute. No, this ain't right. No. And then till you realize, no, you ain't supposed to do that. And then when you say you don't do that, well, what do you mean you don't want to do that? I'm not doing that. And when you have all the women, your mom, your grandmom, your auntie, your sister, what do you mean you don't want to take care of this? You know that needs these babies, huh? And you look at them, you're like, oh shit, that's the gynocracy talking.
Yeah, that's the part you have to learn. 1 second. That's the part you have to learn as a Gen Xer, and I would say even as a millennial, is where that chip starts kicking in and how to turn that bitch off.
Yeah.
Because after a point, as a Gen Xer, I had to learn these are not my kids and these aren't my problems. Because these were my choices.
Exactly.
So it means nothing to me to say, oh, the kid is hungry. Well, you should feed that motherfucker.
Exactly.
But you here, it's not my child. I got kids that I'm taking care of and paying for. No, why don't you go find their father? Well, he ain't wanting. What the fuck you expect me to do? Pick up his slack? No. I don't get to actually pay for somebody else's good time. Fuck that. No.
See, that's why I
wouldn't be doing it for me. No. So no. And there's no guilt. There's no shame in that. It's just an understanding. That's not my responsibility. That's his father's responsibility. And if you ain't got a good relationship with his father after y'all, were together a certain amount of time or long enough to fucking have a baby, then you need to patch that up because it's better for the child, right? That's what it's supposed to be about. So fix it. But don't think I'm going to come in here and fix it. That's not my job.
Nope.
Oh, I made that promise to myself when I was a kid because I had to deal with that, mom dating different dudes and shit. And I said, okay, I want to never be a stepdad. And I said, I always said my grandpa was a better man than me. I said, because I'm not being nobody's step parent. I said, I refuse to do that shit. And it's like, unfortunately, now with the millennials, it's hard. You throw a rock and you're going to hit a chick with a kid.
Yeah.
She might have more than one. It'd be like, God damn, it's like it's and it'd be the baddest one. So I'm like, oh,
yeah.
Shit. What
like at that point, Beastly is like, where does it stop? It's like my generation, it was maybe a kid, right? Y'all generation, these kids be having like 2 or 3, like 3 different daddies. Wait a minute, you a 3-time loser? Like, come on, man.
They stopped shaming.
5? No, are you fucking kidding me? 5?
Yeah.
10 kids? Oh no, I wouldn't. Look. I'd tuck my nuts walking by her. Like, no, she get pregnant off the window.
They stopped shaming women for especially black women for having kids out of wedlock and giving them baby showers instead.
Yeah, stop that shit. No.
Yeah,
go ahead, Art.
See, that's what I said. I was kind of like the little bit of outlier just because I know for me, for most of the chicks, older women that came across me, they would tell me to stay away from single mothers.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it was kind of weird to see, like, you guys, no women ever told you, even my mother, she was trying to hook me up with a chick in my neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
But then when she found out the chick had a damn kid, she said, hell no, not my son.
Not my son, yeah.
Yeah,
stay away from them fast ass girls.
Yeah.
And that's Beastly, that's when, like Malika was talking about, when you start seeing your parents as human. That was the point that I started seeing my mother as human, when I understood how young she was when she had me, what the situation was when she actually had me, and then realize it because I'm a parent now. I was like, so my mama was just fast.
Yes.
She was grown acting and fast.
Yeah, and got caught.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. I've dated fast chicks. I get it. They just think they too fucking grown for their britches. Okay, I got it. Luckily for her, it worked out. Cool. Okay.
Luckily for you, it worked out.
Like, yeah, luckily for me, it kind of worked out. Or in spite of that shit, it worked out. She's just more determined and stubborn to not have to need nobody, so she was gonna be all right. Look, if she would have had that criminal bone outside of just getting the criminal's bone, she'd have been a gangster. She would have been the queen of the South.
So your mom was a pistol, huh?
My grandmother's a pistol. Mom's might just be a blade or something. She might just cut you. She might just cut you. Grandma's gonna get the whole 12 gauge on you. Like, that's a step down. That means it got a little calmer, but not by much. It's degrees of like Mount St. Helens and Vesuvius. It's just degrees of that shit. 2 Geminis, you like them, BGS.
Oh yeah. We get along.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, we get along.
Y'all. I can't escape y'all. I stopped trying.
We all right.
All right.
We have a strong need to be right.
Geminis
need to be right.
Geminis is not the ones that I always want to get ranked on. Everybody's want to talk crap about the Virgos. I'm like, we just honest. Like, leave us the hell alone.
Because y'all laid back, so y'all can take it.
Virgos ain't honest. Virgos ain't honest. My crazy ex was a fucking Virgo. Boy, that was a couple of my exes was fucking Virgos. That was like some of the good times and worst times I had. Because y'all motherfuckers, wait, that's a Libra. That's out of balance.
Yeah.
Fucking scales. We're balanced. You ain't fucking balanced. You out of balance. That's the problem.
Libra that's out of balance is hard to deal with.
Look at my fucking face. Yes. Yes. I wear the scars. You want me to take off my shirt? I look like fucking Batman and Daredevil.
Okay. They look like Denzel in Glory, huh?
Yeah.
Like
That's what it is. It's bullshit.
I can see you got to put up with it, right? You hold on to that branch, right? With that little tear in your eye.
I got 10 lashes to prove it, but no, my other ex was a Virgo. She was cool as shit. She's same year as me, but that switch get flipped. that should
Yeah.
be a whole different fucking person, and she don't even
Mean
realize
as
it.
shit.
Like, motherfucker,
Yeah,
you
you
acting crazy.
got to
You
keep a
don't see that shit.
Virgos and
I
Tauruses.
recorded you. I got your text message. I read it to you.
Yeah,
I don't go back to that.
with Virgos and Tauruses, you got to keep them in their comfort zone. Okay, as long as they're in their comfort zone, they're fine. Get them out of their comfort zone. Okay, that's a different thing.
You gonna hear about it too.
I just hold people to what they say. Like, okay, all right.
So do I, Art.
Hey,
So do I.
hey,
That's-
Art, we get you out of your comfort zone. What happens?
Yeah.
Oh,
Shit,
Taurus,
I
bro.
get irritated in a
Art the
motherfucker.
Impaler.
Like,
Yeah, Art the Impaler. Yeah.
Hey, Donnie Mac, there's no Virgo hate. I'm just saying I've had a bad time. I'm not saying all of y'all fucked up. I'm just saying I've had a bad time with the Virgos that I dated. And it can be directly related to the fact of who I am.
Yeah.
It is. It's just what's mixed in the water with you, dude. That's just what it is. So I'm not saying I hate y'all. Y'all can be some of the funnest people around. But you can also be fucked up. So accept it, Donnie Mac.
The thing is that what they can't accept, the Scorpio is going to do what the fuck they going to do.
They're gonna do what they're gonna do. What the fuck?
Whether you like it or not.
They trying to cage us in. It's like,
no,
it's
not gonna work.
Shit.
It's not gonna work. Yeah.
Well, just do it the way I told you. Ain't nobody telling you what the fuck to do. Okay,
yeah,
that's not what's happening here.
That's a Scorpio. Yeah. That's
I learned that from dealing with Scorpio chick the hard way. I was like, oh, fuck you gonna do what you want to do, obviously.
Yeah.
Keep on pushing.
Yeah. Scorpios are there for a good time. Scorpios are there for a good time. You let them have a good time, they're all right. Okay.
Look, let me enjoy myself and have my fucking space.
Yeah.
I'll define clearly where the space is.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. And as long as I can do that, I'll be good.
Yeah.
Fuck with that, and don't be mad at me when shit start happening. Look, I told you. I warned you ahead of time. I told you right up front, dude. You saw the sign posted. All these things were listed. The fuck did you miss?
But I will say one thing, Artisan. Don't you ever send me a picture of some orange tortillas ever again.
Orange.
You know what? I had that rap. I sent them a picture of a rap in California, BGS.
Okay.
It was like a buffalo chicken or something like.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And it had the orange tortillas.
Okay. Yeah.
And they cut it in half, and I sent a picture of that shit to Art. And he be like, "Motherfucker." When we was having that conversation about the black tortillas and shit. Like,
okay.
No, they're all kinds of colors.
They cut all kind of colors. Yeah. Blue.
What's wrong with orange
brown.
tortillas?
Yeah.
If you come to Cali, we got to get him some green tortillas one day, some orange tortillas another day.
Some black
another day.
Yeah.
Some yellow, some white. He gonna be thrown off. They had rainbow tortillas out there.
Man, if you look at the nacho chips, right? Basically you can see they're coming all colors.
like Death Racer, green tortillas. Sound like somebody getting the picture next week.
Very common. Yeah,
put it on my community tab just for Death Racer.
Yeah, I just want to try them black tortillas. That's all I want to try. I just want to try them one good time.
Yeah, that's
well, they don't have no extra added flavor.
I'll give you a tip. It don't taste like chicken. It tastes like a fucking tortilla.
Yeah.
But the orange one I had was I think it was tomato or something like that.
Tomato
basil.
Yeah, something like that. Some shit. It tastes all right. It still tastes.
The green was probably guacamole or something like that.
No, it's just regular tortilla. This is
it probably had a dye in it. That's probably
yeah. That's all it is.
Could be. I
get the Amazon wrap from Gringos, and that's what the fuck they come in. It's a damn green tortilla. I was like,
what is California? Got to be fancy when they do their shit. We gotta have a wrap. Motherfucker, that's just a burrito. Spice up a burrito. We gotta make it a different color, so it's a gourmet. Like it's just a green burrito. What the fuck?
Yeah. Hold up. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Beast.
No, it's like when they had that little vegan Mexican food, and they had the Mexicans try it. It's that little clip. They're like, "What? This is some white folk shit right there." That's what they like saying. This is some white liberal that didn't make this.
They call it fusion out here. It's fusion. Yeah. No, you stole Mexican food from Latino people.
Yeah.
Put your bullshit into it. Oh, you want a burrito with some fava beats and some
chianti and a nice chianti.
Yeah, and chives and like it's a shitty burrito twice the price. Fuck you. Where that truck at? Taco truck at?
Taco truck. Yeah.
I gotta call it in because I gotta get up in the morning. I will talk to y'all brothers later. It's been good. Y'all stay safe.
It's
Yeah.
about time for
You
me to
gonna have the
start my
show?
Peace, Malika.
And it's
You have
about
the show
that time.
tomorrow, Artisan?
What's that?
You gonna have the show tomorrow?
Yes, rain or shine, I will have a show tomorrow if I get this. The computer here is working to do this. It's not working to
All right,
get the
I'm gonna
information
try.
from
So what's wrong? Is something wrong with the hard drive?
it. Yes, I can't get the information off the fucking hard drive.
Okay.
BGS. That's why I started this stream, was to vent.
Okay.
I can't get the information off of this goddamn hard drive
Uh,
onto this new computer.
yeah, I'll see if I can find the old program because
Yeah, because it's
it
going
will
from
actually
7
go
to
through it and it will probably repair the
10.
sectors. It
Yeah, it's
will.
going from 7 to 10.
It'll still spin. Will it just won't boot, right?
I can look at the files on there. I just can't find any of the exe files to run any of the programs, so I can copy it over to the new system.
Okay.
It's organized like shit. This is
I
what I did when I was in the computers. I did system administration, cleaning these files and shit like this up so you can find information. This is
okay.
what's pissing me off. This is what was making me frustrated. This is fucking stupid.
Probably missing some. Probably has some bad sectors. I'll see if I can find spin right. You can actually run spin right, and spin right will actually start repairing the sectors and see if you can actually get some stuff off. I'll send it to you later on. I'll email it to you. It's just a small program.
Okay, appreciate it. That's why I put this up, because I thought some of these new tech heads that's frequent to see this might have an answer.
Yeah, that's about see if it works.
Called the Online Geek Squad.
Yeah.
When was the last time you defragged the drive?
This is the drive out of the old computer, so I don't know when it was defragged. I didn't defrag it. I know that. I haven't personally defragged it.
As long as it spins up, spin right probably will be able to reorganize the files and bypass the bad sectors and have it running for you. But it's worth a try. I'll send it to you.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
All right, y'all.
Peace. So, Art, you about to fire up the old Coliseum. You're gonna open the doors and let the patrons and the gladiators come on into the Coliseum, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was a setup. Man. That's all you got.
Hey, I am sad that I have to go back to work tomorrow. That's all.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's like I didn't get finished to watch. I didn't finish Shield Hero. I'm watching it now. So I finished the Session Edition of high school though. That was pretty good.
You was into that, so you can tell me about that because I haven't watched it yet. So you can tell me, and I'll match it up with what my son told me about that because I still haven't watched it yet. Even though my son was raving about the shit, which means I should have watched it immediately. I didn't. So, nigga, you took over my anime man title. I'm salty. That's what happens.
I think there's like a
you
part
train a better student, and they start surpassing you. Like, fuck you.
Hey, it happens.
It happens. It's supposed to happen that way. It's just you got to learn how to adjust to it. Like I let him take over the video game shit, and kicking people ass in video games.
The time is now.
My boy, that's my son. Awesome. And now he's the anime dude. It's like, oh, I used to like anime too. I got you in the anime. Dude.
I've been binge watching old shit now.
That's all I've been binging watching. So I've been
like
back
Gal
in
Force.
What's that?
Gal Force.
Gal Force? I'll watch Gal Force in a minute.
Yeah, I
told
know
you a couple months back I was on Project Echo. I was going back and watching Project Echo. It was awesome. That was fun. It's fun for me. About a month away from watching Fatal Fury again.
Oh. Every black person I know who liked Terry Bogard watched that shit.
That's why I like Terry Bogard. Not because I played the Fatal Fury game, but I never cared about the characters too much because it was on Neo Geos and shit like that. But the movie was awesome. The movie was awesome. I played the game in arcades. That's why I said Neo Geo. The Neo Geo stand-up had the controls, the screen, but it had like A, B, C, D, E games that were in that motherfucking box. I was like, oh shit, I can pick any of these 5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is this one? A fighter? Fatal Fury, whatever. Let's get it.
Yeah, that's the Neo Geo cabinets.
Mm-hmm. So that's where I got up on Fatal Fury. The movie was awesome though. The movie was awesome.
Yeah, the movie was awesome. The other one, the OVAs were awesome. So
the OVAs were awesome. So yeah, I fuck with that. And some Street Fighter, just because.
Did you ever watch Darkstalkers?
I did watch Darkstalkers too. I used to watch Darkstalkers when it was coming on regular TV every week.
No, not the American show. I'm talking about the anime.
Yeah. That was the same. Oh,
Yeah,
the American version, yes. The other one, I think I've seen parts of it.
I think there's 4 parts, or it's either 4 or
Mm-hmm.
3.
Yeah, because I like the vampire. I want to say his name was Dimitri or something like that.
Yeah, Dimitri.
Yeah, Dimitri, and then I like that relationship between Dimitri and the little chick on there. The little cat fetish chick, Felicia, whatever her name was. Like, furry loving motherfuckers. Like, the source of this fetish, you know that, right? Like,
Hey, look.
the only motherfuckers went to an amusement park and said, I don't fuck that stuffed animal. What's wrong with y'all?
Like, I try not to think about that shit when I see Felicia. I say, you horny bastard shit.
Look, man, in a world where there's a comic called Gold Digger and that's all it's been popularized on for decades, look, motherfucker, it's there. You can deny it if you want to. You can pretend like you don't see it, but the shit is there. I've never went to the music park and thinking, yeah, I fuck that little person in the suit. Yeah, no, just as the suit. Yeah, that would be it. No, it was always funny to me. That's why I love Full Metal Panic when he jumps in the Fumo's full suit and he got it decked out like a fucking mech and shit on the inside. It just goes stomping motherfuckers nuts. It's funny as fuck to me. But no, other people see that shit like, no, I want to fuck that stuff down. No, that little cat. Look at that cat. He put his leg up like
I
that.
did not find out about that shit until I came to Raleigh.
Yeah.
I was like, that was one part of Geekman that I did not know. I did not need to know existed.
No. There's a lot of stuff I know. I just try not to pay too much lip service to it. It's like letting demons in. Like, don't mention their name. They'll come in here. I know they exist.
Up in your chat and everything else.
What's that? What you said, Beastly?
The shit pop up in your chat like, oh, you mentioned
yeah.
Someone does.
That's when the like bots start showing up like, bing.
You be like the little girl from fucking Poltergeist there. Here.
Yep. They're here. They were listening. They just wanted the access. You said their name.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the demons get you. But anyway, everybody that's here, all 14,000 of you. Right. Art of Idmore is about to open up the Coliseum. So the Emperor of the Coliseum will open it up. The Art of Idmore Enraged, he will be the only one set on fire because that's just his thing right now. But head over to there. You don't need a link. You know who the fuck he is. It's Art of Idmore Enraged. Go for the Coliseum. It's Saturday. I want to be over there, but I can't be over there because I'm over here and this motherfucker's sitting right here on my panel. So I either got to kick his ass out of here or just shoot him on so he can open up his shop and I can go over there and sit in his spectator's booth and throw some money at him. We start dancing on the table.
Did you bring tribute?
Did you bring tribute? Are you not entertained? Come on, Caesar, go get on your throne so we can have this party. I need my bread and circuses for the Saturday.
Yeah, I'm gonna have enough breads to come tomorrow.
Well, that's why I said bread and circuses because you are the dope boy. So see, there's multiple levels to these jokes, homeboy. This is for the gal chick. These are jokes on multiple levels.
Oh God!
You might want to put those into the next time you get to do a show. Just saying. And I'm not talking about the show in your bedroom.
Hey, you wanna see something else funny? Go watch Day Hulk.
I will not. I want to see something funny. I want to see something funny.
That shit, man, I watched that shit. I was not even laughing at all.
Yeah, don't be. I'm taking my ass home and I'm going to listen to y'all talk on the Coliseum. I'm going to switch on Skyrim and I'm going to get back to possibly killing some vampires in bloody, flaming fashion. Because that's the mood I've been in. So I'm going to go kill some shit legally.
That's stress reliever.
It is a stress reliever. Trust me. So, yeah. I'm going to do them impactful kills. So, Beastly, what you got? You got some sign-off words? Came in here with the darkness.
Right now I'm at work. I just had to punch the clock in. I'm working overnight again. So
It's okay. Beasley, you can have a woman too, right?
yeah.
Oh, that's what I thought, man. I thought it
Yeah.
sounded stupid that regular working dudes shouldn't have chicks. I don't see how that.
Yeah,
Whoever fucking said who said that goofy shit? I just want to know.
Was this
I
a
want
shit?
to know.
You gotta talk to Angry Man. Watch his stream. Watch Mr. Z's stream from today because he did a follow up. I'm not sure if Charles did a follow up or not, but y'all
He
can talk
kind
about
of
that.
did, but I didn't know what was going on because I saw it, so I'm gonna have to ask people questions when I get to start my shit.
Ask them some questions. Ask them some questions because that was the idea that if you make $50K or less, you shouldn't even have a pretty woman. I'm like, get the fuck out of here! There's too many pretty women out here. Like shit, y'all gonna be all falling down on each other, and the ones that don't, that mean there's gonna be at least 3 of y'all bitches that sitting there manless because you don't think he should have you because he don't make enough money. Get a job, you independent leech.
Hold on, look, Patrice O'Neal said it best. Look, women ain't us.
Skeezer, yeah, she is skeezer. That's what we need to bring back, that whole term. We need to bring back the term skeezer.
Oh, I never stopped saying it. I was like, skeezer. Fuck out of here. I skate your ass on down the block.
Skeezer.
All right, guys.
All right, man. I'll see you in a minute in the gallery throwing my peanuts.
Oh, speaking of Angry Man is live, I believe, right now.
Is he? Yeah, he is live.
Yeah.
He is live.
Oh boy.
I don't put it past him. Motherfucker live all the time. I missed a couple of his shows.
I'll be mad when he do like a stream at 2:00 in the morning. I'm like, God damn it, I was asleep.
I'd be mad if I was actually asleep, but I'm usually awake. I'm like, yeah, but I'm in the middle of what I'm doing, so I can't jump over and do that right now.
All right, but yeah, I'll talk more about She-Hulk if y'all gonna cover it tomorrow. And
Tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow, so we can. That's when I'm gonna get into all this goofy shit with She-Hulk. I've talked about it 3 other times. I don't know what else I need to say outside of the shit is not funny right now. So I'm tired of talking about this shit. I'm just really interested in everybody who's making excuses for the fucking show. I'm like, it's just bad. What the fuck? Can't we just say it's bad?
I'm hearing this bullshit about it's getting review bombed. I said no, this shit sucks.
It's getting reviewed and it's bombing, but it's not a review bomb. Shut up. New fucking excuse every time you put out another piece of dog shit. No, it's dog shit. It's not that good. It's not fucking funny to me. But maybe it is somebody. I'm waiting to see them show up in person where you can see their fucking face. And not be faceless fucking avatars. So, no, we review bomb. Shut up. Oh, fuck it ain't. Anyway. All right, Beasley, I'm going to close this out. Thank you, everybody, for coming up and having a conversation with me. I didn't plan on this stream. I just threw it in there because I had some shit I wanted to get off my own chest, necessarily my own frustration. I'm going to go home. Unsuccessful for today in getting this register system working, so then I'll try it again tomorrow. Hopefully the info that BGS will send me will help, which is why I fired up the stream anyway, because I was looking for help from the tech-minded people in the sector. So other than that, I've been Artisan MC. This was a little bit of a geek speak. Actually turned into a PMDM, more like a PMDM. So if I edit this video, it'll just be to change the intros and outros. So it has the PMDM and not the geek speak, because there was very little geek speak. This was not geek speak. This was a philosophy of a multi-dimensional man. That's what this was. So I'll have to change those titles, but not right now. I'll finish with what I started with, and then I'll cut them out later. So thank you guys for coming through. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. $ Artisan MC on Cash App, and then Artisan MC on PayPal if you choose. But until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time for Shop Talk Live, and we will talk about the goings on and geekdom and stuff like that. More ranting and raving with this face and other people. So appreciate you guys coming through. Catch you guys next time. Peace.